pew. Robert, you know you have to be the one that finishes this, right? Like it's not gonna pew 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 pew. Pew. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
I thought you were broken for a second.
I'm gonna be broken, unless fucking Bobby J just fucking walks over here and does his little pew pew.
What if he's ever not here for a week and we just start doing that and we forget he's not here and we go on for like 5 minutes?
That's gonna be a weird episode.
We're gonna have like Emma run out and be like pew pew.
They just pew-pewed the entire hour and a half. It was like they wouldn't stop, and they didn't talk about anything. It was weird. I was waiting for where you been. Never came up. Then they just said past the gravy bitches. Pew-pew.
And then the next week, our Where You Been will just be, we were pew-pewing for 7 days because Robert never showed up.
And so, thanks a lot, asshole. I don't know. We'd have to we had to put a plan in place for that if that were to happen. Robert,
we got to have a fail-safe.
Work on that. Come up with a plan. All right, guys. So, what's going on?
Nah,
just hanging out. Yeah,
drinking beer.
Yeah,
trying to forget the day.
Pat texted us. We have a little PTG group text we got. No big deal, not to brag, but we
a little three-way.
Yeah, that's what we do. Who cares? But we're comfortable with who we are. We're comfortable with who we are and what podcasts we do. So Pat texted the group, was like, I am going to probably break the record for most beers drank on the podcast today. And I said, do it. And he made a stop and got like extra beer. And right now Pat is sitting next to an entire 6-pack that already has 3 beers of it. No, he's 2 down. Working on that third one, and then you had 3 full ones, and you're sitting there.
It was just one of those days at work where everybody that you work with pisses you off because they're fucking idiots. Actually, and it wasn't even the people below. It was like other managers and my bosses. I'm like, God, you're so fucking, God damn it.
Yeah, okay.
Just one of those days. Like, nothing special. Nothing, like, no good stories out of it. It was just people being fucking stupid. I was like, God damn it, I need beer today.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that. We all have those days. Except for Robert. I don't think Robert ever has those days.
No.
Robert's always just like calm, cool, and collect no matter what happens.
Then getting home and playing violent video games so I can murder people virtually so I don't have to do it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that like a lot gets made out to be wrong about that, but it's like, oh, okay. Me going on a rampage on GTA is frowned upon, but like, like then when a kid shoots up a school, it's because of the video game. No, it's like that's what I do. So I'm not saying I would ever shoot up like a place, but like, I do that just because I'm frustrated. And sometimes it feels good to kill people that aren't real and don't exist.
I'd like to meet the senator that does that and present me as the opposite case. Because, like, I'm angry a lot. I fucking hate everyone all the time. You know me, especially back in high school. I was a piece of shit. I was a dick to everyone all the time. But I drink and I play violent video games. I've never been in a fight in my life.
There you go.
I've never been, really even in an altercation, other than just, like, verbal.
Well, you're a big dude too, so like a lot of times, like helps. it's like do I want to get in?
Oh man, that's a giant angry dude yelling at me.
I'm the opposite way, where it's like I gotta try and make you laugh pretty quick when I start getting on your bad side, or I just gotta like distance myself because like I could snap this guy in half. I'm like I'm not gonna say that anymore today. I've done it before, where it's like you'll say the wrong thing, you try and bust somebody's balls about like a team, and you're like, oh that guy. All right, I'm just gonna. Just sit over here then.
Yeah.
We're done.
Actually, I always forget about that point. Yeah, because I do that and I can tell people don't like it.
But
they don't do it.
Yeah, they don't do anything. So you're good. You're in the clear until you're not in the clear, I guess.
When being a fat fuck pays off.
Yeah, there you go. All right, why don't we start this off? Like that was 5 minutes, so now we're getting right into where you been.
Where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
Robert looks ready. Where have you been, Robert?
Yeah, where have you been? Why don't you lead us off, buddy?
He's all hyped.
So I played Frisbee for the first time ever.
Yeah, he did play Frisbee.
This past Friday.
It was like teaching a dog a new thing, and you're like, I was like, dude,
Robert. Have you never just thrown a Frisbee around before?
I've thrown it, but like never actually played it.
No, that is playing Frisbee.
No,
just being like,
thrown it like maybe once, and then okay, that's it. I haven't actually spent time doing it.
Okay, is playing Frisbee really just catch?
It is catch with a Frisbee.
Right, that's exactly what, it's just like, yeah, it's catch.
Oh man, you should go to San Marcos, meet Frisbee Dan.
I know who Frisbee Dan is.
He's a psycho.
I didn't even live in San Marcos, but I know who Frisbee Dan is.
Don't do it. He's a psycho.
Is he really? But he always has a Frisbee though.
He can do one trick where he spins and catches it behind his back, and if you don't throw it just right, he fucking freaks out and yells at people. He fell out of a moving truck at 45 miles an hour and spent 8 months in the hospital in his 20s. So yeah, dude's fucked up.
He's never left that city since.
Nope. Just hangs out and plays Frisbee around a bunch of half-naked 18-year-old girls.
Is it the same Frisbee?
I mean, he's got some in the rotation.
I didn't know. Well, like, that'd be crazy if he had, like, one specific Frisbee he used the whole time.
No, I mean, he's been there for 30 years.
That'd be historic. Frisbee technology has changed, believe it or not. But yeah, Robert was playing playing Frisbee.
Yeah.
Throwing the frizz.
I fell.
Yeah, he did fall. He has an elbow injury. I was there with him because I'd like to say that I was the guy that, like, I taught you Frisbee. It was like playing with a dog for the first time. Like, hey, boy, here you go.
Are you his dad now?
That's what Sam said.
All right, son. So we were I was working at Metro PCS. We were giving away Astros tickets, and Robert showed up. And Robert didn't even fucking register for Astros tickets. I was like, dude, I'm sorry you didn't win, man. And he was like, I didn't register. I didn't put my name in. So, why? Why? It was a day game. It was a Monday game or whatever it was. So I was like, okay.
I prefer to watch at home.
And but like we were like killing time, and like every 15 minutes we had to do a drawing. But like in between that, I was just trying to get people to sign up, and like everybody was inside because it was hot. But we were giving away Frisbees. They're like, Robert, you want to throw a Frisbee? And we just were playing Frisbee in a parking lot. Robert probably hit like 16 cars. Not really. You hit like one or two cars like 3 or 4 times a piece at least. But like it wasn't like you weren't dinging them. You know, it was just like it was a fucking Frisbee that was caught in the wind. But yeah, Robert did wipe out.
I'm picturing you going, you want to play Frisbee? He's like, I don't know how.
What is that? I had to explain it. I was like, this is a disc, and you toss it in the air, and it glides.
I'm not asking you to ride motorcycles. Just throw the fucking disc at me.
But it was great. As I gave him a little frizz. I threw the frizz to him, and Robert's going. It wasn't a great throw. The wind got it. I'll blame it on that. But Robert was going. He's running his pattern and catches one of these tent poles with his foot, and just wipes out.
I saw it at the corner of my eye, the very last second, tried to adjust, and
you could tell. You could tell he saw it too at the very end because he moves like subtly, but not enough.
It's not going to look good on the combine, man. The quick titch muscle fibers are a little bit slow there.
The tape looks pretty bad for that one, but hey, you get one mulligan, right? And that's we can use that as your mulligan. Robert, not a bad Frisbee play. I didn't know that was your first time playing Frisbee though.
Yeah, first time. I thought.
Were you trying not to tell me then?
No, I didn't realize it until later.
Oh, okay. Did you play Frisbee since then?
I have not. I was going to.
Dude, I gave you a Frisbee.
Yeah, you did.
I gave you a Frisbee, and you didn't like hone your craft. Learn that backhanded catch,
Did you keep wanting to play Frisbee with Weezy?
I do. I did bring one home, and she doesn't want to play with it because we haven't been able to go outside because it's raining.
I was about to say, you can't really play inside Frisbee. There's no fun, but you send that thing sailing, that dog will...
Dude, at the beach, man, she was murdering some Frisbee. It was fun.
Love dogs.
Robert played Frisbee. That was pretty fun, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's it?
That was my weekend.
Dude, I'm glad I could expand your horizons.
Yeah. Now Sam's just going to tease me.
Make Sam go play fucking Frisbee with you.
As I was trying to do, but she forgot.
You're going to go in the yard? You're going to play? You know, now he's like a dog bringing the Frisbee. You're going to go play? Will you throw the Frisbee? Throw the Frisbee? Huh, Sam? Please throw the Frisbee. Robert, no! Not now! Not now!
I'm watching TV. Just go to your kennel.
Just go in there.
Damn it, Robert.
That's pretty funny. I had no idea. I'm proud of you, buddy. Proud of you for learning a new skill.
Thanks, Dad.
Proud of you, son. Okay, where have you been, Pat?
I missed where you'll get to the Mellow Mushroom pizza cook-off. I missed that because one of my buddy's parents just opened a new distillery in Brookshire, so I went to the soft opening for that on Saturday. They make
what does a soft opening mean? It's like not to everyone?
No, it was more of just like people to come by and like check it out.
And you don't necessarily have your full menu, right?
They don't have all of their like full not brewing, but I guess distilling tanks and everything in because they're being shipped in. They got in today or yesterday because they were made in China. And so they got them in today, but it'll take like 10 days to get it from the Port of Houston to their place because, you know, the giant fucking 500-gallon tanks. So it was just to check it out and check out the product. It was really good. They make a vodka, a white whiskey, which is basically moonshine, and then a
Caucasian whiskey.
Cinnamon whiskey, which is basically, you know, Fireball or whatever. But unlike Fireball, it's not fucking asshole. Like I'm not a fan. Like I'll drink Fireball if somebody orders it. I'm not going to turn away free alcohol, but like I don't like it.
No, there's nobody that can hate Fireball though, because Fireball is just so easy to just throw back. But like everybody has a Fireball story where it was what killed them almost.
I don't.
I do. Most people I know do. Yeah, that was Fireball.
But it's like we're
Kung Fu Saloon. I threw up in an Uber.
In Fireball, they use fake cinnamon, fake pepper, shit like that. Like he actually puts
fake
like
real
cinnamon sticks into his shit as he makes. So like it's actually like a good one to like even mix with other drinks.
Okay.
So like I went out there and I got fucked up on Saturday.
Well, that's what you do.
Thank God I wasn't driving. It was in Brookshire.
Distillery,
So my buddy drove us back and we got Whataburger and watched Thor.
I never understood. Why did I turn it into store? Because you said I don't understand. Yeah. I never understood why people get like mad at people that you got drunk. I was at a brewery.
Who gets mad at? Wait,
I
reject this premise.
Well, when you hear people like talk about like, I went home and the wife is pissed because I got drunk. I was like, you were at a brewery. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
did she
that
think
makes
was
sense
happening?
because it's your wife and she might have been like, don't fucking get drunk. We got shit to do tomorrow. And you're like, I did it again.
Oh, okay. Like if you went to a place called the Cocaine Factory, Pat, and then you came back and you were just fucked up and you were high on cocaine, I'd be like, what? Like, I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, well, he was at the Cocaine Factory.
You could have just done a little cocaine though.
Like if you go to Cheesecake Factory and I'm like, don't eat cheesecakes, but then you eat cheesecake, you'd be like, well, I was at the factory. Duh.
We could have been like, well, yeah, you can go to the Cheesecake Factory, but we've got an important dinner tonight. Don't do it. Just eat a little cheesecake. It's called responsibility and moderation. I didn't have shit to do on Saturday or Sunday,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I got fucked up.
Nothing wrong with that. But still, like a brewery and like a distillery, that's a place to get fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what that is where it's acceptable to be fucked up.
Yeah. But either way, really good. It's called Shire Distilling. Keep an eye out for it. Yeah, Shire.
Shire.
Yeah.
From Lord of the Rings.
I see. That's what I thought it was, but I think it's more towards that because it's in Brookshire.
Shire. Yeah, I get you. I like it more then.
But yeah, they've got just those three right now: the vodka, the Shine, and the cinnamon. But brewing right now, it's going to be about 2 years. They've got it in, for the actual bourbon. They've got it brewing in casks from No Label Brewery.
Okay.
Like one regular and then one that's brewing in their excuse me. One in their milk stout. Which is my favorite beer that they have. So I'm like, you fucking let me know when that shit's ready.
That's what's up.
So I'm buying 3. But yeah, it was good time. That's really all I did this weekend. I didn't have much to do, but I did that and I got fucked up and I had a good time.
How much do they pay us for this spot again?
None, but that's just because it's a product I believe in.
We're gonna be collecting on that one. Mark that down, Robert.
You know what? If this helps them sell some bottles, I might get a bottle out of it, and that's what.
Let them know we're sending a bill.
Yeah,
just let them know we're sending a bill. Robert, you'll mail it to them, right? Good.
But you know what? From time to time, I do drop names, and it's because it's products I believe in.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
I mean, shit. I said Corona. They're not fucking paying us either.
How funny would it be if Robert sends him a bill? Yeah, Robert, edit that out. He cuts out every product placement we put.
Dude, just because I like to drink doesn't mean you have to cut out everything I drink, man.
By the way, did you happen to watch the video version of the podcast last week?
No,
because Robert put the box counter in there, and my God,
how many was it?
Don't tell him. You have to go watch.
It was more what you said.
It was closer to 53 than what'd you say, like 36?
No, Alex said his favorite number.
69.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you said 60, but it was in the 50s?
No, it was higher than that.
It was closer to what I said.
No, I said it was higher than both of yours.
I could have sworn he just
said
it was closer to what I said.
There were several times where I just said box, which probably added like 17.
I forgot about that when I was putting my counter.
There were quite a few times.
That should count as 1.
No. It was how many times it was said. But Robert sent it to me on Friday while he was editing it, and I LOL'd. And then when he put it up, I was LOLing, just like, it's again.
All right, fine. I'm just gonna fucking look at it in the middle of the podcast right now.
Who
so
cares?
Fuck you. You guys gonna get double feedback of me talking
just
and
put your
me
sound
listening.
Down. Put your sound down.
No, because you're gonna be an asshole and you're not giving me the number.
Be professional.
I'm not professional.
You don't want to give us the clicks.
I'm actually kind of.
You don't want to give us the clicks.
I'm actually kind of the definition of an amateur. I ain't getting paid for this.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys about where I've been while Pat does this. I have been watching a fuckload of World Cup soccer, not World Cup soccer, but World Cup soccer sounds like a new tournament we need to have next summer where we just have the best cops in the world play soccer. and we all watch. I'd be
what
down
about
to
World
watch
Cock Soccer?
World Cock Soccer, you can only use your dick to hit the ball. I'm down with that as well. I'm probably not going to participate, but, I'll check it out. It seems Nope, don't. Turn your fucking sound down. I've been watching a fuck ton of World Cup Soccer, and by the way, I don't think we've mentioned this. We tweeted it out, but because Manuel Lanzini from the Hammers was injured, we're unadopting Argentina as one of our teams, and now we're Mexico-Portugal fans because Joe Mario and Fonte from West Ham play for Portugal. So ipso facto, now we're Mexico-Portugal guys. And I just want to drop this nugget of info for you guys. Did you know that this year in the World Cup so far, West Ham players on teams, or teams that have West Ham players on them, are 3-0-1. So I don't want to say that
I don't see a box counter, by the way.
Just wait. Well, because he puts it up there when we say it, motherfucker.
Oh, God, I was trying to cheat.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. He did it because of that. I told him to.
You slime.
I knew exactly how you work. But so just fun fact that teams with West Ham players on them in the World Cup, 3-0-1 so far. So undefeated. We inevitably, clearly, without a doubt, saved West Ham from relegation in the Premier League. Now, not only are we saving other countries, we're just keeping them undefeated.
I mean,
can you what happened when we adopted West Ham? What did they do? They started winning.
They fucking went on a streak. They
started winning. But what have the World Cup teams done? They've never lost.
See, America just makes everything better.
Well, right.
And in a more microcosm of that, Texas makes everything better.
But because
Houston,
and we are in,
us.
we're in there.
We're just perfect.
So West Ham being our team means you're rooting for Texas.
We are the shit.
But I want to just let you guys know, I was rooting pretty hard for Mexico on Saturday, dude. I was
Mexico.
I was pretty into that. I was way behind that.
So did you see?
Let's murk those Germans, those Nazis. Let's knock them out. And then
Chicharito.
He didn't score the goal, but he had a pretty solid through ball to set up the game winner. So West Ham basically won the game.
Did you see that before the game, some Mexican newspaper, or not Mexican, German newspaper? Yeah, today, sorry Mexico, today we build the wall. Yeah, you do a great job of it.
Bad move.
Don't, like they said in The Longest Yard, don't stir up the brothers. Hey, don't stir up the Mexicans, man.
You don't. You don't.
They're like a hornet's nest.
Right. Led by Chicharito.
Yeah, Chicharito.
Chicharito.
That just sounds like something that some random white girl named Karen goes to a Mexican restaurant. It's like, I'll have the Chicharito.
It does. It really does.
I don't know what it
sounds
is,
like
but
a
I
menu
want it.
item from Taco Bell. Like a Cheech and Chong.
I hope that
burrito.
doesn't mean something and is incredibly offensive to one of our.
Little P.
So basically, this guy's name is Small Dick.
But I think it means his dad must have been something.
His dad was Big
Rito, because his father and his grandfather have also played for the Mexican national team. I learned that watching.
Oh, so he's a
World
legacy.
Cup. He is. So what we're dealing with is royalty. So we're dealing with the official, the first family of Mexican football, if I may.
El Presidente de Chicharito.
So shout out to Greg McGee. I saw him out at Mellow Mushroom. The Rod Ryan Show had our backpack charity. We had it was a brewery cook-off out at Mellow Mushroom, and I met up with Greg McGee there, and he was out there supporting. But he was at Fiesta, and he found a Mexican national team jersey and gave me a Mexico jersey. So Saturday, guess who was all decked out in their Mexico gear? Maybe
all right,
Sunday,
everybody
whatever.
gets one.
Right. I mean, I'm not gonna wear it against after the U.S. plays. Once the U.S. is back in the World Cup, this jersey's gone.
I was about to say, I better not see you wearing fucking Rangers colors because that's the same goddamn thing.
I won't do that.
Yeah,
I won't do that shit, bro. I ain't no fucking.
Yeah, well, you're wearing the opposing team's colors.
What
son.
I'm doing right now is supporting our team, buddy. Our team didn't make it, so I'm supporting a team.
Not our team. That's your team.
Oh, West Ham is our team. West Ham is our team, and Chicharito plays for West Ham, so therefore he is our team, which is who we're rooting for.
All right, well, I'm not rooting for the Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic just because.
Well, but because the U.S. fucking qualifies from that motherfucker.
What if they didn't?
Well, then you'd have to root for another team.
Oh.
Well, then obviously the next answer is Puerto Rico, which is why we alphaed the fuck out of.
I said Carlos Correa from Puerto Rico.
I get you. I know, but that's what I kind of felt like you were on the same. I got what you were saying.
There's cervezas are getting.
Well, but my whole thing is we totally alphaed the rest of the world in the World Baseball Classic this most recent time because it was oh, who's in the final? Puerto Rico. American territory and America. Oh, that's cool. So whoever wins, it's America that wins, right? Fuck out of here. Yeah. The fuck out of here.
I I don't like when every couple of years people are like, well, they should just become a state. No, fuck that, dude. Let Puerto Rico do their thing. I like those guys.
They're like off the grid a little bit. I like it.
They're like, bro,
they're like our edgy
cousin.
We're
with you if you need us, but we got our own pride.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what, dude, I respect that.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
They're like wacky little cousins. You're like, dude, fucking Puerto Rico over there. You guys are crazy.
Like, that's my dude. I don't need a passport. I can go visit you on vacation. What you can do with your cousins.
Right. San Juan.
But you're not immediately with
city.
us.
Been there on a cruise one time as a kid.
I've never been, but I've always, like, if I leave the country, Puerto Rico is probably the only place I would go.
It's not really leaving the country.
I mean, it is because it's a territory. They're not part of the country.
But it's American.
But also because if I leave the country, I would do it in a time where, you know what, I'm going to go down there and see some badass baseball, too. Or I'm just going to go sit in a bar in Ireland for 7 days.
Yeah, that's probably what you would do, I think. Yeah. So, I went to Mellow Mushroom. Their pizza cook-off was on Saturday afternoon, and it was hot as balls outside. But there was some dope pizzas, dude. There was some dope fucking pizzas.
Box.
It was hot as a motherfucking box out there. It was hot as a hooker's box that's out in the Arizona sun. And that's how hot it was out there. At Mellow Mushroom, it was fucking hot. And there was pizza out there. And that was like the day after I got off the juicing, or 2 days after I got off the juicing things. I was just,
how much did you eat?
I ate so much pizza. I think my favorite was 11 Below's brisket pizza. That's pretty, compared, there was like a buffalo chicken pizza, like a buffalo wing pizza, basically, is what I think San Arnold did. Sierra Nevada had like unicorn blood, is what they called it, and it was like a Mediterranean pizza, and I did not think I was going to like it at all.
Goddamn distillery.
And it was phenomenal. That was awesome. But the brisket pizza was what's up, dude. And that's basically my thinking too. So murked a whole lot of slices of that because it was just you were sampling pizzas and then you ordered one.
So it's probably like tiny slices, like
right. But then we got a big brisket one and like I ate a lot of that and then I was eating. Other
you got a whole
too.
pizza.
Well, so the whole point was like you'd sample everybody's pizza and you'd vote on which one you liked the most and then you would order one and that pizza you ordered went to the backpack charity. Like the proceeds from you ordering a full pizza went to that. So it was like you could get their brand out there, but then when you bought the full pizza, that went to it. So like that was cool to me.
That's pretty dope.
And the brisket pizza was dope. So it was money well spent to charity. I'm not bragging because it was like a work event. It wasn't really me like choosing to be charitable because Rod Ryan is the guy in front of all of this that does all the charity.
But you know you did your part.
But I showed up, and I'll tell you one thing. I show up. I know how to show up.
See, I don't.
Better than a lot of people.
I am not a show-upper. I'm a talk-abouter.
Yeah.
But then sit at home and drink beer.
Yeah, that happens. It happens. So the USA-Scotland game is the other thing I did this week.
Cool.
A little rugby action. Didn't plan on doing this.
Little miracle on the field.
Pitch. Miracle on the pitch.
Yeah.
So the U.S. had never beaten Scotland before in a rugby game. I don't know if
or really any other top team or top tier country, right?
But still, like I didn't realize this was that big a deal, and I was drinking pretty heavily the whole time. So, anyways,
you're part of history,
pretty heavily before, but I was there, and boy, was I not jumping up and down like a motherfucker when I realized like we just fucking won, hell yeah! So like in rugby, it's 2 points for the extra kick, not one. Thought they were kicking to tie it up. Thought we might have some overtime. Was kind of like, a little extra, free rugby. No, it's 2. So them missing, I was like, wow, I'm really glad they missed it then. Fuck. That would have really sucked if they made it.
So Scotland
29-30.
Missed.
It was 29. Yeah, they tied like right as like the game was ending.
So they Scott Norwood
they pretty much they Scott wide right too.
It was wide right.
It was wide right.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. As a Giants fan, I was pretty proud though. I was pretty proud. And then
yeah, I remember this. It feels good.
I mean, I don't really remember that because I was an infant.
Hey, shut up.
Actually, no, it was 86.
Yeah,
that was 86. I'm thinking
born.
The 90 championship was like right after I was born. Yeah. But the 86 one was not around there.
That's
but
when you still had enough. Tuna.
Yeah, right. When we had Parcells and he had the blue sweater on getting carried off there. Yeah, I fucking have watched that whole game so many fucking times all the way through. But it was pretty dope. And then the best thing about going to any USA event ever is that after you go out afterwards, just any time you hear the USA.
Oh yeah.
USA, and then the whole bar is like, yeah, I wasn't at the game, but fuck yeah, I'm in too.
There was nobody like, this is actually offensive, showing national pride.
It's national.
It's just your growth and your
stop it now. No, we weren't around very many people like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's dangerous to be that person around a bunch of people chanting USA because that's how you die.
That's what the British did.
You can't get in the way of drunken national pride. It's just not a smart call.
You ever heard of the Revolutionary War? That's all I needed to tell you. That's how that turned out, boys.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn redcoats showed them what's what.
We had that tea turn out, Britain.
Yeah, gave them the good what's for.
Fuck you, Britain. Redcoat motherfuckers. Anyways, we went out to a bar after the game, to celebrate the victory that I didn't realize was as historical as it was. But we were out at a bar, and one of my brother's friends was there, and we were kind of hanging out in the bar. He was outside of the bar with some other people, and we saw a little scuffle break out. From inside the bar. We're like, oh, we know him. Oops, we should probably go make sure he doesn't get in any trouble.
You told your brother you should go help?
No, we both went. And we're just whoa, bro, we'll get in the middle and just wait, stop, just stop, don't. There's nothing good that's going to come out of this. You're in a public place. There's nothing positive that's going to happen. I don't care if you fucking knock this guy out. Too. You're just.
I'm a mediator myself.
It was funny. Like these other guys were like talking shit to my brother, and he was like, "We're not backing him up, bro. If you want to fight him, but like your buddy just got clocked. You can go after him if you want. Like if you want to fight him, like we're not doing it. I'm not backing my pal up. We're gonna walk away. But you saw how your friend ended up. Just go ahead. And so his buddy left, and then we went back in the bar, and we're just like, okay, hey, that ended. Like, we broke that up. Look at us being good citizens. So we drank for a couple, 30, 45 more minutes and get ready to leave. And my brother's got an Uber. We're going to the Uber because it just arrived. And, two cop cars show up. 6 police get out of them. And they're like, oh, you guys aren't going anywhere. I was like, what's going on, man? We got an Uber. The Uber's here. It's on this app. Here it is. No, you're not going anywhere. We need your IDs. And I was like, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Right, but that 100% what we did. Was what we were at the front of the bar trying to leave too, and they're like, "No, you're a suspect in this." And I was like, "In what?" Oh, there was a fight a couple 30 minutes ago. I was like, well, yeah, you guys are we think that you guys were in there. They're saying these guys were saying they're going, you were the one bragging about hitting him. You were the one bragging about hitting him. They're telling my brother he did. He did. He was in there the whole time. I know he didn't do this. And then the police were just like, well, we're gonna review the security tapes, and we're like. Just wiped our hands clean. Fuck, let's do it, bitch.
Go for it, buddy.
Go look at him. I'm going to go fucking sit on this table.
Yeah.
And I got up to go piss, and the cop, wouldn't let me go piss. You stay right here. I was like, I'm just going to, you can watch me. You can, follow me if you have to. I had to go piss. Couldn't piss. He was kind of being a dick. I had to call it. It was like, hey, I don't really know what's going on.
He's just doing his job, though. You can't let somebody leave.
But the whole thing was officer, are we being detained? What's going on? It was like, you're not being detained, but we could take you in for a PI right now. And I was like, good point.
But I'm in a bar.
I was in a bar. I was not drunk. I was not sober, but I was in that little medium area.
You're in the fun area.
We're technically, yeah, right? And this was really fucking with my vibe right now, man.
I'm just having a great time.
Well, and I was like, I get it. You're just doing your job. I'm not trying to piss you off, man. I'm not trying to piss you off. I'm just trying to go pee. Nope. Okay. All right. I'll just chill here. And I finally just called. I was like, hey, I'm if you can't get a hold of me at the end of the night, it's probably because something happened with these cops. But they're not letting us leave this bar right now. And he was we got off the phone. He's like, oh, are you scared? What are you worried about? And I was like, I'm just documenting what's going on. I'm just documenting what's happening. I don't understand. I know I'm fine. If y'all want to, how long does it take to look at a tape?
I always defend the cops, but what a dick thing for that guy to say.
And also he thought we were fucking part of it. So I understand from his point of view as well. Not 100% sober Alex was able to look back as sober Alex and be like, you know what? From his point of view, you were kind of being you were being a little combative.
What are you scared of? Dude, you don't have to say that. You've got the tape. Either you got it or you don't.
But I had been kind of combative, and when we did the whole you're checking tapes, all right, let's do it. Go, let's look at him. And then they wouldn't let us look at him with him, obviously. And then this dude comes back that was kind of the dude that was the biggest dick to us in the beginning. He was tossed our IDs back to us and was like, you're free to go. I was like, see? Okay. All right. Let's go, boys. Let's get out of here. And then my brother fucking lost his wallet. We were drunk. By that point, we went out and drank a little bit more at another bar, and we couldn't remember which bar we were at.
Tragic.
And it was just fuck. Lost his wallet, and I was like, I just was on the same page with you a couple of weeks ago. I know how that goes. It sucked. But that was weird. It was just weird, we were not detained, but we were stopped by cops.
You're being questioned.
And yeah, we weren't questioned because they weren't just asking us a lot of things. Fake. Like, did you see? Hey, like when we saw there was a fight, we went out and we tried to say, hey, don't do that, guys. We didn't admit that we knew the guy, and we tried to pretend we didn't because we did.
So were they like holding the other guys too that said they were part of the fight?
I don't have any clue, but like it was
because that's not a big. So you're just going off the word of drunk people that we were involved,
right? Out of the dude that got his ass kicked, kind of at the bar.
I feel like, and I'm not the guy. I'm always the guy that's like, yeah, officer, let's fucking do this. Let's check because like I always agree with them because if shit starts to go bad, I don't want to be the guy that just catches a PI for being a dick.
Right, and that was why I was like, I'll sit down.
I always know I'm not in trouble, so like I'm always like the ultimate pussy to cops. I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah, cool, I get it, man. Let's do this. Like I'm never a dick to cops, but I'd be like, well, like them too. Like I could just say, so if I were to just say no, they were involved, not me, you'd detain them too, right?
Right, and it was just like at a certain point, you're like, I gotta shut the fuck up. I gotta shut the fuck up because this is not gonna get me anywhere. But that was a weird little like, it wasn't like a traumatic experience because it was fucking over in like 20-30 minutes, but it was just like, this is kind of an inconvenience.
Officer, if you won't let me pee and you won't let me leave,
want to piss, man.
Can I get another beer?
I've been drinking enough for you apparently to give me a PI, so you know I need to piss. So I don't understand.
But sir, like I'm just sitting here doing nothing now, and I'm in a bar. My entire Irish heritage says I need another drink.
Can I get another drink? Like I got a tab.
Can I buy you a drink?
I have a tab open. If I get everybody a drink, can we go?
I mean, if I yell at the bartender and say, hey, one more beer, and she brings me, am I get in trouble?
I didn't have a tab open because we were leaving the bar.
That's true.
So then you're just sitting there, like, sobering up. Like, but this is wasting everything I've been doing
that's when I would
tonight.
have spent, like, I would have thrown my card at the bartender, like, throw another one.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I didn't want to piss anybody off.
Except, you really don't want to order beers while cops.
And that's how you can tell Alex was, like, not completely drunk because drunk Alex would have totally done that.
Yeah, you are a dick when you're drunk.
I'm going to just calibrate. Calibrate. All right, that's where I've been. Let me tell you guys quickly about Brew Apron. You gonna get one of these bad boys?
Yeah.
You snag me one. All right, Blue Apron is.
Brew Apron, by the way.
Huh?
You said Brew Apron.
Brew Apron, which is actually it's a new one that we've got. It's a new sponsor, and they sell beers. It's like if you are trying to learn how to make your own beer in 40 minutes or less, go to brewapron.com. Which is in no way related to Blue Apron, who I'm going to talk to you guys about now. But Blue Apron is the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S. While many people know what they do, there are many that don't know about the types of meals that you're going to be able to eat when you use Blue Apron. You're not going to just have burgers for dinner. You're going to have short rib burgers with hoppy cheddar sauce on a pretzel bun, and you're preparing it with seared steaks and mashed potatoes, green beans, and crispy shallots. That sounds dope as fuck, Bobby Jokes. All of this can be done in under 45 minutes and without having to make a trip to that pesky little grocery store. They offer 3 different meal plans, a 2-person plan, a family plan, and a wine plan. Pick which one you want and get involved with Blue Apron. Here are some of the items you're going to get from Blue Apron this week if you order through blueapron.com/PTG. How about some seared steaks and miso butter, tahini chicken, za'atar spiced barramundi, summer vegetable nachi, honey ginger pork chops, sweet potato, spicy cucumber bayo, and spiced chickpea and vegetable tagine. Also, Chrissy Teigen, who apparently is just really big into Blue Apron, her meal of the week is the Chrissy Teigen's sweet and spicy chicken lettuce wraps, or chicken lettuce cups, wraps. It's got peppers and jasmine rice. So, Chrissy Teigen, if you're into that, blueapron.com/PTG. It all sounds delicious, and you can get off with Blue Apron. We're even going to give you your first 3 meals for free at blueapron.com/PTG. That's blueapron.com/PTG. Get your first 3 meals for free, blueapron.com/PTG. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. All right. That was pretty good. Let's move along next to the Comeback Kids segment. How about that? That's where we just talk about what's back in the news. This is how we shoehorn that whole thing in. We get to hear a sick bass line.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
First Comeback Kid this week is dads.
It's
Fajas. Vaters. Fathers. Father's Day was on Sunday.
Did you say farters?
Vaters. My vater.
Oh, fathers.
Like faja. My faja. Father.
That's a little 13-year-old joke for you guys.
Right? But still great. Still great. So Father's Day was on Sunday. Everybody, lots of insert like beer card or golf card. I was thinking about that. Like, it would really suck if your dad was not into drinking or golf. So a lot of cards are completely centered around those two things.
Oh, I don't give my dad a card.
Oh, I give my dad a card.
I just call him and say, Happy Father's Day, and then when I see him, I give him a present.
My dad's a badass because what he wanted to do for Father's Day was go to Fogo de Chao.
Ooh.
Fogo de Chao is
hold on. Did he pay at the end?
My mom paid.
So he paid.
So I think but my mom works too. So
joint bank account. So it's both. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works. But like, fuck you.
Oh, that was nice of you kids to go to Fogo de Chao and then not pay for your father's meal.
Well,
that was cool.
Hey, look, man. I got him some whiskey.
Okay, there you go.
So there you go. That's what I got him. But it was pretty dope. Fogo de Chao, just fucking swords with meat all day. Like, I'm down with that.
I've still never been.
You've never been to
How
Fogo de
amazing
Chao.
is that? Yeah.
Have you been to Fogo de Chao? We're doing a PTG Fogo de Chao trip, man. Not me.
I'm down.
I'm not paying for it.
I wanted to go a few weeks ago. Like, we had a lot of work to do at the office, and boss said once we got it done, she'll take us out anywhere to eat. And I campaigned for Fogo de Chao because I had never been, but we didn't end up going.
The whole key is you can't really eat leading up to it. You got to leave a lot of space in that stomach, because once you turn your little card green, they're like, you want this? You want beef pork? You want this? 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 And you're like, yes, just slice it right off. Slice it. You get your little like tongs and you take it from them, and then you put it on your plate, and then you just murder it. It's great. And they brag about their salad bar. Like, you're a rook if you go to the salad bar when you get to Fogo de Chao. You save all that for the meat. That's what you come for.
Well, they want you to hit the salad bar because it saves them.
Well, actually, there's a lot of vegans apparently. Like, if you're in a relationship with a vegan, you can still take them to Fogo de Chao because it's got like one of the best.
Isn't it like $50 a person?
Yeah, but still,
if you're paying $50 and they get the salad bar, you break up with that.
You don't pay as much for the salad if you just say, like, hey, we're just like, this person's just doing salad bar. So you're good on that. They don't give you the card to flip over, but you can still like pay. I think it's like a quarter.
Yeah, but they're watching. Like, if that person eats one fucking 100%. Piece of meat, you're like, if you're $50.
Like, it's smart though, because you can still be like a meat eater, and if you're dating like a vegetarian, you can be like, well, they got a great salad bar because they do have one of like Houston's top salad bars.
If you're dating a vegetarian, it means you're dating a terrible person.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to be the one to say that.
They're choosing not to eat brisket and have that joyousness in their life.
I question those people.
Yeah,
I do question those people.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't enjoy a good steak, then, like, your opinions are a little weird to me.
Yeah, my sister was a vegetarian for a while, and then she was like, well, this sucks, so I'm not going to do that anymore.
I tried being a vegetarian for Lent one time.
Why?
To see if I could do it.
Not even for lunch.
Got drunk, made it through, like, 20 days, went to the rodeo, got drunk.
You went 20 days as a vegetarian?
It sucked.
Why would you even try that?
I didn't know if I could do it, and I couldn't do it because I got drunk and then ate a lot of pizza that had pepperonis on it, and then I got sick.
I mean, I don't know if I could go that long without eating bacon, but I'm sure as shit not going to fucking try.
It was in college, so I was poor, to be fair, so I wasn't able to afford as much stuff. So, like, Easy Mac is pretty easy, like, for a meal 3 times a day.
So is, those fucking little ramen boxes that have fake meat in them, and that's something.
Right. But I did not have ramen.
Also, if you just cook for yourself, if you buy actual meat, that shit's cheap.
Right, it is. But I was like in a dorm, so you couldn't really cook.
I can't believe I'm doing a podcast with somebody that once tried vegetarianism.
But hey, wouldn't you rather walk? Isn't it walk a mile in my shoes?
No, I would never walk a mile in
20 days in those shoes and couldn't get those shoes off fast
because
enough.
They're probably biodegradable fucking Birkas or just whatever shoes.
Because don't worry, they gave another kid paper shoes, but like, let's not forget this kid
lives. Fuck that kid. I want
this kid lives in a. But remember when they did that, and you're like, but Tom's is made out of like paper, like it falls apart within 3 days of me walking around like in a school with it. I guarantee if I live in a rainforest, these shoes aren't lasting more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, I never had Tom's because I'm not a douchebag.
I didn't buy Tom's either. I was a Sanooks kind of guy.
Yeah,
they didn't donate shoes.
I wore baseball athletic shoes my entire life.
Wow. Oh, look at sick brag. I'm athletic.
Jock, bro.
All right,
straight up MVP over here, bro.
So dads were back. Ted Cruz was back. Teddy West Side. Teddy motherfucking West Side.
It was the battle. Like, now it's settled. conservatives are better than liberals.
Well,
like this is what was
lib Jimmy Kimmel really got what was coming to him.
No, I mean that's what this was for, to decide who wins every argument ever.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I didn't know that.
And by the way, that's not what it was for.
No, but it's that was what it was for.
But by anybody who's a liberal losing to Ted fucking Cruz in basketball, that's what it's not for.
Did you see his thing? Did you see the actual thing of it from Monday? Because obviously Kimmel's people edited it. And it was just like, he was just like, oh, I guess he just practiced basketball instead of trying to get these kids out of these prisons all week. You know,
I didn't watch it.
Like, just try to make fun of Ted Cruz. It was like, that would have been way funnier if you had won, buddy.
Yeah, I've been at work for 2 days.
They played first to 15. Yeah. The final score was 11-9 because they couldn't make it to 15, and it took too fucking long.
All I've seen was a video of, I think actually Big Cat posted it, of Ted Cruz just shooting shots.
Not great.
Against a black guy who wasn't playing defense against him. I was like, the optics of this aren't really great, because he's just like, and then just letting Ted.
But from Ted Cruz's perspective, like, if I'm making a layup on a black guy, and they're gonna think I'm the greatest basketball player of all time.
But it's literally like the definition of Ole defense. He's just
100%,
and then just watches him slowly go by him.
And if you notice, he misses the first shot, so he has to go do the layup. Yeah. So,
but hey, he did drill a jumper.
He did. And Jimmy Kimmel tried to look all cool, going out in he showed up in the LeBron suit and everything, trying to I got shorts on my suit, and it was like, yeah, you look like a bitch now that you lost.
I get it was a charity thing and it's a joke, but I'm sorry.
It was a joke, but the only reason it was a joke was because Ted Cruz invited him to go do that. He was trying to go full in on Cruz, and Cruz just kind of was like, I beat you, and I'm more athletic than you now. I'm not
but
saying
that's what I'm saying.
A lot.
I get it's a joke and everything, but if I'm Jimmy Kimmel, or actually either way, I'm playing 1980s fucking Detroit Pistons defense against the other guy, because I refuse to lose basketball to either one of those unathletic.
You live in LA. There's the fittest people in the world are in fucking. Get a fucking trainer to teach you how to play some basketball or something.
Right? Like Kimmel, you're insanely rich. You can afford, but he's still he's not fat, but that dude's pudgy.
Just Teddy Westside is just a pudgy dude. Teddy Westside is just he's blurp. He is kind of a block.
I'd love to be in that game, because I definitely would have been throwing offensive elbows.
But Jimmy Kimmel goes, he's dressed in full Texas Southern uniform and everything. And
what was Cruz wearing? Tech?
He had on a the Rockets shirt that they gave out. And it said Houston Strong, and I believe that's where it all started, because he had a picture, and then Jimmy Kimmel's like, that's why the Rockets lost. He's like, I'll challenge you in basketball.
Oh, see, I didn't know all that. I
assume he laughs like George
I don't pay
Bush.
attention to fucking either one of them.
Yeah, no, well, but Ted Cruz, he's back. Also, PTG World Cup teams.
Woo!
Because undefeated in World Cup play, like I already said. 3-0-1. You play for West Ham. You ain't losing a World Cup game. And our effect on the global game of soccer is...
Hey, they're all still blowing bubbles.
Prove me wrong, guys. What stat do I need to throw out that, what, did West Ham not lose a game for 4 games after we first started following them?
I mean,
that's okay. Maybe that's a coincidence. Oh, now all West Ham players are undefeated in the World Cup? Huh. You got to ask yourself, what podcast really came on board and saved their season?
You just need America on your side.
AmericasWestHamPodcast.com.
Yeah.
That's us. I don't give a fuck what you say, American West Ham Podcast. You ain't the real podcast of America. We are. And you don't even have a website.
Yeah.
Mostly that.
I mean, we're the best.
You can buy the website, but it's going to cost you.
I'm not saying that we're the best podcast of all time, but I am saying that we're better than everybody else.
I am saying we are 100% the best American West Ham soccer supporting podcast that also talks about other things.
See, you went a lot narrower than me.
But I'm just saying.
I like that. I'm just 100%. saying I'm better than everybody else on the planet that owns a podcast or has a podcast.
Okay.
Maybe not as a person. I'm just saying I'm better than you.
Okay. That works. I get you.
Because I'm awesome.
Another comeback kid, Space. Ooh, Space is back.
I'm so pumped about this.
Okay, so... Woo! So, I think it was Monday this happened?
Yeah.
So, I was on Twitter, and I just kept seeing people talking about Space Force, and I saw Trump GIFs, and I was like, this is made up. They're making fun of him for saying something wrong. He said the Air Force is the Space Force or something. No, he didn't.
He's calling for a military space force.
And like, did you watch it?
I still have not
seen it.
Oh my God.
It's like the most like
I've been at work for like 65 straight hours.
Everything that like you see that they get a meme from Donald Trump on or a stereotype from Donald Trump on, it was like he did it. It was every Alec Baldwin Saturday Night Live sketch ever. It was
never know when it's serious.
Going to have the Air Force and the Space Force. It'll be separate but equal. It'll be great. It'll be great. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. I know it. And you're like, shut the fuck up! You can't say all those words. They're gonna eat you alive, Johnny.
He just did it.
They're gonna fucking murk you, dude.
But here's the thing: they've been doing that the whole time, and he's still just rolling.
I get it. But then, like, he's like looking for like the general for the Air Force.
Donnie
like,
Westside.
Where's General? Blah, yeah, get it done. And he gives him like a fist pump, and it's like, stop, just stop. Like, what? Why is this what we're talking about?
I want Mark Hamill to lead the Space Force with his second in command being Harrison Ford. Because goddamn Star Wars.
Matt Damon. I saw The Martian. I really feel like he watched Star Wars. I feel like Trump watched Star Wars and somebody told him it was the news, and was like,
but
this Death Star, look, this Death Star out there, it's not. I won't stand for it. I don't care if they're trying to blow up planets. I won't stand for it. We're gonna have to fight them. And you're like, hey, no, that was Star Wars, Donald. That was Star Wars. That was not Fox News.
Somewhere down the line, our planet is gonna need a planetary space force.
Right.
We're just starting now.
All right, new question. Can we just fly? Like, is the Space Force just in charge of the space above the United States?
Well, no.
The USSF?
We're taking the whole planet.
United States Space Force?
Yeah. No,
we're
like, see, that's
but the Air Force is technically only in jurisdiction above, like, U.S. airspace.
No, see, that doesn't work, though, because you can enter at the planet at such an extreme angle and come right at America. So we got to take that whole shit.
At all angle? Yeah.
We're taking that whole shit.
I mean, if like, I tweeted it out, too, when it happened. I was like, if this means we get real-life X-Wings, like,
Dude, yeah,
I'm
that's what pumped me
like,
up.
I want to fly in a TIE fighter. I want all of that. If
honestly,
there's stormtroopers, like 100%, we need to make this happen.
I had seen like one thing
Trump
quickly.
seems like he would build a Death Star. Like, I want Trump to build a Death Star. Oh, really, North Korea? Fuck with us now, and we're gonna blow you up later, bitch.
That was.
You saw what happened to Alderaan.
That actually made me look into it too, because I had seen like something about Space Force as I was scrolling like real quick, because I was super busy on Monday at work, and I'm scrolling, and then I saw you say something about the X-wing. I go, well, was this actually a real fucking thing? I looked at it and I was like, then I started seeing all my buddies that are military or ex-military that are all sitting there going, dude, how can I transfer? How can I do this? Blah, 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 all this shit. And my brother was like, yeah, but all those guys were probably dishonorably discharged, right? And I was like, well, you know, a few of them. A few of them were. Like, you're not the best and the brightest. Like, you would not have been admitted into the Men in Black. You're not making the Space Force. They want the best of the best of the best of the best.
Dude, there's not a lot of Men in Black, though. I mean, Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith.
Well, I mean, Men in Black, first Space Force.
You know, you can't say no.
They were the ground team for the first Space Force because they weren't up there.
They're like
but they were keeping an eye on it.
Is there undercover Space Force? That's what they might have been.
Ooh, Secret Space Force.
Ooh, Secret Space Force. That's it. That's what they were. So what they were doing is like they were doing the recon to tell Donnie like what's up. Like, hey, this is like probably Ronnie Reagan probably threw this in place. I bet back in the day, Ronald Reagan, he was a movie guy too. He's like the closest thing to a reality president we've had, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's been on a reality show.
Well, second closest now.
Well, no, but I mean, like, he was the closest before Donnie.
Yeah.
So he was probably like, it'd be crazy if we just had the Space Force and they just want it. But first, we got to put this thing out. And I'm doing a really bad Ronald Reagan. And we're just going to sing Will Smith
can actually do
and Tommy Lee out. And he's just going to, you just got to sound like you're smiling the whole time. And I can't do that.
Side note, did you know Cristiano Ronaldo's last name is not Ronaldo?
It's Ronaldo. Yeah, I did know that. But, like, I didn't. Like,
he's named after Ronald fucking Reagan.
No.
Yes, that's what
know that.
His father's favorite actor was Ronald Reagan, and that's where the Ronaldo came. He's like Cristiano Ronaldo de Santo something.
Well, no wonder like we're big Portugal
like
guys.
Yeah,
he's might as well be an American citizen.
Well, like his dad, he knew some shit.
Give him some citizenship.
Ronnie Reagan, like that guy.
I see you doing big things one day. Big things. The world will take note.
That's not even like that is
it's
a movie
like
villain accent.
Part Russian.
We need you to be a movie villain. Can you do accents? Oh, something like this.
What is a Portuguese
ambiguous
accent? Is it kind of Spanish accent?
All I know is they say Barcelona.
Barcelona. I was telling Robert.
Good thing to Barcelona.
I was telling Robert today because he came over and we were watching the end of the Iran and Spain game, and I was like, it's weird to me that like we call countries like the way that they spell their country's name, like we change it, like that Brazil could just be Brazil.
Okay,
like,
but
it's Brazil. But
they
like
do
why?
It to us too. Spanish, we're like Estados Unidos or some shit like that. Yeah, we're not the United States. Yeah, like if you look at it, like it's like EU.
But they still say USA, don't they?
Yeah, Estados Unidos means United States.
Yeah, Estados Unidos. Okay, but we're not. That's
Unidos?
not USA.
Unidos, that means United.
We're the United States of America, but over there it just it's because of translation. Estados Unidos. That's EU.
But like,
what's the translation
right,
between an
my
S
whole
and
thing
a
is
Z?
like, my whole thing is like Brazil.
I don't know, but it's there.
Right, but like my whole thing is like we totally were just being cocky little assholes that were just like, it's gonna be Brazil. We're like, no, but it's Brazil. Everybody's called it's Brazil. Shut the fuck up. I was like, why don't we just call Spain Hispana? Like we don't fucking talk like it's Spain. It's like no,
we don't
Hispania.
start words with A's. All right, we don't fucking do it.
Europe.
You know what? Why are
Which
we
is where Spain is?
Why are we the only ones that don't use the metric system?
Well, I like
because we
that.
fucking landed on the goddamn moon. We're allowed to do what we want.
Valid point.
Yeah. You know why we get to
I
do
rest
all
my
this
case.
shit? Because nobody can stop us from fucking doing it. That's why.
We went to the moon, but we've got all this technology. We haven't been to the moon since like that one time.
Yeah, because we just had to do it. Now it's not practical to do
But
it
like
again.
we could take pictures
it's a waste
now.
of money
we could
now.
take pictures now.
Yeah, no, you send up satellites. That's all practical. That there's no point of actually sending people there anymore because why? Like, what are you going to do?
So we could
until it's time to set up a colony. But
all I gotta say is, if I ever find out we didn't really go to the moon, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but if that happens, I'm gonna be the first guy to say,
No,
"Fuck you."
No, we recently just released like high tech photo of like one of the satellites releasing an apparent. I didn't click the article, but it was from I fucking love
Pat
science.
really knows a lot.
It was from I fucking
Look,
love science.
I saw it. It
and
was on the internet. It has to be true.
No, this is from a scientific website, so I trust it. But apparently, whatever high tech photos prove that we were fucking there
Because it was science.com is what it's from.
No, it's because it's from I fucking love science.com.
That's
and
a page.
Serious.
That's a page.
Yeah. But it's serious because they said,
Okay.
fuck.
You're right.
I will kick you in your
validates
fucking
it
box.
completely. We have not said box enough on this episode.
No.
Do we have a box counter? Is the box counter like an ongoing thing?
Probably not.
No,
It's a lot of work.
that was a one-time thing. Until we just have another episode where it's just boxing.
Oh, here's a good one. This is another comeback kid. Kids. Speaking of comeback kid, kids are comeback.
So we're doing this.
We're doing this.
Oh,
We
we're
had a
doing
debate before the show. Like sometimes we're like, there was a like in the Santa Fe shooting.
Yeah, we were
like,
let's not even go there.
do we talk about Santa Fe? Do we just let that fall by? Let's not talk about it. And I put kids down. It was originally kids in cages.
And Robert just walks in the room and
said,
goes, let's not do kids.
Let's not do that. And I was like, but it's talked about so much.
And I agreed with Robert, but because Alex started, he just went, hey, fuck both of you.
And I just said that. Yeah, I guess I just said it. So we're doing it now. Yeah, everybody's really upset because...
Should we call Chris and see what his take on this is?
No, we don't have enough time in the world. We don't have any... but I kind of want to hear what he's hearing up there, though. But, like, so the immigration policy is, like, if you're an illegal immigrant, they're taking you into these detention centers and you're being separated from your kids, right? That's what I'm understanding from this. I have tried not to delve into this because, like,
that's
Twitter,
why we shouldn't talk about it.
No, but Twitter just turned. But that's what we do. Like, our whole thing is like we don't know half the shit we're talking about. We're just discussing it. It's just a couple guys discussing shit.
That's true. It's just dudes talking
like,
shit.
So, like, don't take anything that we're saying is like fact or serious. We're just like, this is us having a conversation about it. That's what the whole fucking podcast is. We're not saying we're experts on it. We're experts on soccer, obviously, because we're big West Ham guys. We're experts on soccer. That's what our one expertise is. Football season, pretty much.
I mean, once you reach
well.
the age of 8, you're basically an expert on soccer because you
Big Brother
perfected it, right?
Also an expert on that as well. I'd like to take credit for that. But anyways, yeah, kids in cages are back because like now everybody's like
where they fucking should be. I'm not saying these specific kids. I'm saying all kids should be in fucking cages.
Yeah.
Kids are terrible people.
But just so like it's bad for it's a bad visual, I guess is what you would call it.
Only because the liberal didn't show it when Obama was doing it.
So that is kind of like I don't think Twitter's real life. I think Twitter is incredibly silly. Apparently, I've been proven wrong in that because I used to have like yelling arguments with Chris, being like, "Twitter's not real life. I don't give a fuck what the president tweets. It's what he does that matters." But then Roseanne got fired because of a tweet, so it's like, yeah, but Twitter is real life, sort of. But still, like what you tweet is like I don't know. A lot of my tweets are kind of just trolling tweets or promotional tweets and stuff that like it's a reactionary thing to a game or something that I'm watching. I don't really I think it's hilarious when people are like, look, I have been a lifelong Republican, and I just wanted to say that now I am renouncing my Republican hoodness. And you're like,
Republican hoodness?
I don't know what the fuck. Like Republicanism? That would be it? Okay. My Republicanistness. And it's like, I'm renouncing it. And you're like, oh, wow, what a hero. Oh, it's like, you just fucking wanted to do that to like, oh, woe is me. Like, people do shit just to try and get attention.
And those are the people that you ask and you're like, oh, lifelong, how many times have you voted? Well, never, because it doesn't matter.
I didn't agree with the last two political candidates, but I'm voting in the next one. Okay.
I'm a lifelong, but you've only been eligible to vote for the last two, and you didn't vote.
Right.
Yeah, well, just because I was busy.
I had to work.
Yeah.
It's always that. Though. And it's like, well, you could have made a difference in it. And if you, like we always say, you didn't vote, you can't bitch. I voted, didn't vote for either of the two.
My buddy says that all the time, too.
That's the point, though. Like, it's a free country, but you have to exercise your right. Yeah,
it's pouring down
outside? Rain. I don't know if you guys can pick this up. It is pouring down rain.
Yeah, it's very noticeable on the headphones.
But we pick up a lot of shit that, I've noticed this listening back to podcasts and hearing, Robert's
video. I heard
video.
ant fart 10 minutes ago.
We can hear that. The listeners couldn't hear. I could hear. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. I'm hearing it now.
That was a joke, guys. That wasn't an ant. That was my mouth. Got you.
Well, it's just my favorite thing is it just shows how toxic Twitter gets, which is why to me Twitter's not real life.
All you see is the extremes.
Can you believe that kids are in cages? Yeah, probably kids shouldn't be separated from parents, but have you seen the meme where it's if you commit a crime and you go to jail, you're separated from your kids anyway. So this is kind of I don't understand.
But why are the kids being detained? Well, because you fucking brought them with you and there's nowhere else to put them. It's either keep them in a spot where we can keep an eye on them and safely hold them.
I can understand how that's a deterrent, though.
Release them into the wild.
I can understand.
What the fuck is the option here?
I get how they're saying that we're using this as a deterrent because then you're not going to be we're going to bring my family in to do this, because if I bring my family in and we get caught, then we're all stuck and we're separated. And I get that they're trying to do that. It's not the right way necessarily. I think that it should be gone about, but I don't know a real right way. I'm not a political guy, so exactly. I'm not trying to say that this is what and that's just what I hate. It's
and that's the same thing. Nobody comes up with an alternative.
The same thing with the gun control thing. It's well, we need a solution. Okay, then fucking let's make a goddamn solution. If we're that big of a deal, hey, Mr. Lawmaker that just took off a month because it was your fucking holiday month or whatever it was, the beginning of the end of spring or whatever it was.
If you ever look at how many days they're in Congress,
so they get Congress gets off at that fucking time. But how about we just say we're locking ourselves in this motherfucking room until we have an agreement? Why don't we do that? You're doing it for the betterment of the country, but there's I don't understand. I'm not a political guy. I'm not that big and educated on it, so don't really necessarily take everything I'm saying to heart. But fuck. It doesn't on the surface. This does not look like it's the right way to do things. But it's I understand the deterrent idea where it's well, now I won't go take my 6 kids with me because if I get separated from them, what the fuck happens then? I understand that, but there's got to be a way to go through the immigration process the right way. Yeah. And I now people are well, it's got to be on American soil. You got to be doing this. I don't know all that, so I'm not here to discuss that shit. I'm not here to argue that. It's just. Fucking Kids in Cages was back, and that was on Twitter, and it made me realize how toxic Twitter is, because you see well, yeah, it's so fucking horrible, and they're well, it was okay when Obama was doing it. And then you see the next thing, and my favorite thing I saw was I think it was Patton Oswalt had quote tweeted the president. It was fuck the president for doing this, and someone was who would you rather see locked up? Children or that fucking red-headed Cheeto fuck? And I was well, probably that's a really one-sided poll. Nobody's gonna want to see children.
Who would you rather see locked up? A baby monkey or someone that beats women? Dude, you're obviously angling for
Jared
one of these.
Fogle or a puppy. I'm gonna go puppy. Yeah. But what was also great after that was that I saw somebody was fuck, I hit the wrong button. And it was somebody totally voted for kids. Somebody totally accidentally voted for kids.
I would have been the one that voted kids. Like I said at the beginning, kids should be in cages and let out when we deem it as necessary. They're terrible people.
I don't know the fucking thing, but it's just like fucking.
It sucks.
Hey,
like
hey,
it's a shitty
we're not
situation,
gonna
but
fix this
until you present an alternative. This is what we got, and that's what kills me
Fuck
too.
Trump's concentration camps.
Got,
it's not a concentration camp.
And fucking all these little. Well, the president could end it in one stroke of a pen. Okay, and do what? What is the fucking alternative? Like, hey, yeah, you could say he could fucking end it like that, but end it how? End it to where what happens now? They're allowed to go. Everyone's allowed to go free, and we don't enforce the border, and that's
right.
what pisses me off too with it is you go. He could end it with one. Okay. Or what he's saying is, I'm going to send it back to Congress the way it's supposed to be, to where you guys make the fucking decision on this shit and stop making every goddamn thing in the world
political.
A presidential fucking executive order, which is giving way too much power to the branch, which is what you're bitching about, that Trump has too much fucking power.
Because you won't work with anybody.
Like, because Congress has been so
And
fucking ineffective for the last 30 fucking years. Everything now is presidential order, which is I fucking hate presidential orders.
But I understand
you should be allowed like 2 a fucking term.
He signed a presidential order to end this.
He did
Today.
Okay, well, whatever. Good.
So,
but
hail
what's
Donald
now?
Trump, right?
No,
Is that what we say?
No, we're thanking the Democrats for ending it.
But Donald Trump did it.
No. The Democrats ended it.
Who signed it though?
The Democrats ended it.
But like,
No, the Democrats ended it though.
and your Twitter.
That's,
That's
like,
Twitter, guys.
that's
That's Twitter.
It's the worst thing in the world because it's like, okay,
We did it. It's a
end
W. It's a victory.
Okay, but no,
he-
this
no,
is what I'm saying though.
he
He
did
ended
it.
it now. So every kid that's not released in the next what we'll give them 20 minutes. Now, he ended it, but he's not doing anything about it. Like, what is the fucking plan now? Where do these kids go?
That's just the beauty of Twitter, though, that's why Twitter is
now
my
the
favorite
kids aren't
social
in
media.
Detention centers. They're going to be held in holding centers now. It's different, guys. It's different.
Because somebody's holding them.
Yeah, it's just a holding. It's not a detention center.
And detention's
It's a
bad.
holding center.
Holding, not so bad.
Good job, Alex. Thanks for bringing that in
No,
here. That
it's-
really lightened up.
No, but like Robert just fucking killed it, where he was like, "That's exactly what Twitter is."
yeah.
Well, no, we won. It was because of our tweets. It's because of the tweets that it happened.
Ooh, we made that evil Cheeto do what we wanted. Yeah, but do you know what's actually happening? No, but he said it was done.
Well, but then I saw like today people were like, end Trump's concentration camps, and it's like I'm not gonna ever be the guy that comments on Facebook.
I'm not gonna stand that.
I'm not gonna be the guy that comments on Facebook, but it's just like, you know, they gassed Jews.
Dude, no, like that's when I saw,
right? That was like a
I've
labor
seen so
camp.
many people. The best comment I've seen on that is the people that go, "There's 2 kinds of Holocaust denial. There's the people that are just fucking retarded that go, the Holocaust never happened. The second kind is the person that equates just mundane shit to the worst genocide that's ever happened in the history of the fucking planet. I don't like this idea, so I'm going to equate it to you literally trying to wipe a fucking people off the planet or off the face of the fucking planet. If you just said this is fucking concentration camps and it's genocide, you are a terrible fucking pile of shit, and I want to one-on-one fight you.
Right, but like now it's like any white person that says anything you disagree with, like, that's a fucking Nazi.
Oh, you're a Nazi.
It's not a Nazi.
Oh, yeah, you're a Nazi.
He has
you
a
just
different
want
opinion.
Concentration camp.
They have a different.
No, this is a detention. Like it's fucking political, and there's bullshit that goes along with it, and it's bad and it's terrible. But we're not actively killing these children because they're what they are.
Right.
We're not rounding up just, this is your nationality or this is your religion. Oh, you die now. We're gonna kill 6 million of you. It's like if you make
it's not what they it's not at all what they're doing.
Make that comparison, I want you to tell me on Twitter, and I want us to meet up. So I'm gonna kick the living fucking shit out of him.
But he won't, because you already know that he's not ever been in a fight.
I've never, but I will fight somebody that equates the Holocaust to anything. To anything. There's one thing you can equate the Holocaust to, and it's Joseph Stalin killing his own people.
Or
that's it.
Egyptians building the pyramids, buddy.
No, they enslaved and brutalized them. They did not try and wipe the Jews out because that was their labor force. That's even very different.
They were kind of like, they were kind of tortured though. But I get you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's just,
I understand what you're saying.
I fucking hate Holocaust.
What did we say before this? We aren't experts on this shit. So 100% there could be new information that comes out that we're not privy to, and maybe we're just completely wrong. But hey, everybody's got an opinion. We are exercising our opinions. And hey, you're listening to our podcast, and if you don't agree with it and you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. And that's the beauty of America. Our other comeback kids, Pat and I guess Robert, added these.
Oh, I added both of them. Dwight Howard.
Both of them.
This is just quick. Dwight Howard traded again. to the Nets.
The Nets.
It's actually the
From
exact.
Charlotte. Like, he didn't make it in Charlotte.
No, 1 year to the day that he was traded to Charlotte. He's traded to the Nets.
Ooh,
now the Nets.
Because he was from Atlanta. He was traded from Atlanta to the Charlotte Hornets, right? And I was just like, fuck you. You want to go to NBA, just no one gives a fuck about you? Welcome to Charlotte, bitch.
Yeah, you don't work in today's NBA. We're just going to bounce you around. Really? That's it. Nothing else for him. Nets now have space for 2 max contracts, but nobody wants to go to the Nets, so it doesn't matter. And
it really sucks that the Rockets got rid of him and we're never able to get better than
wait, yeah, no, he's.
You're right. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
Clint
moving along.
Clint Capella's a better version of him.
Kidding.
Okay, yeah, cool. And the other one, the one that I'm really pumped about, Patrick Stewart.
Sir,
Comeback
Patrick
kid.
Stewart.
They're talking about bringing him back for Star Trek for another series.
No way.
Jean-Luc Picard might be coming back.
Are you a Star Trek guy?
Did I say Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Trek. I almost said Star Wars.
Okay, this is the one you said.
That was me. That was on me. That was on me. I get you.
No, I do. I really do love them both. Like, I'm a massive Star Wars fan, but like my dad,
You're
his
not
sister,
you're
growing
Star
up.
Warrior, but a Star Trekkie as well.
Yes, I love them all. Like, I'm a big dude. William Shatner is my dude. Love him. I watch a lot of
Dude from Reading Rainbow?
The Next Generation with Jean-Luc Picard growing up. What?
Dude from Reading Rainbow was in Star Trek.
You say him. You call him by his name.
I can't remember his name. That's why I said that.
Neither can I. I was hoping you.
I know. Fuck.
yeah. No. Something Burton. Something Burton. Whatever. But yeah.
LeVar.
Yeah,
Burton. There we go. There we
Thank
go.
you,
B
Robert.
jokes. That's how you earn a paycheck. That's how you earn a paycheck right there.
That's why I love Bobby jokes. But yeah, dude, like Star Trek was
said anything
always
for
dope.
30 minutes.
And like I grew up watching all of that with my dad too, along with Star Wars. I love it all, but like, dude, the fact
You
that
need to pick one. Gun to your head right now.
Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even a
That's
question.
the
I'm
right
taking
answer.
Star Wars.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, but Star Trek is dope in its own right.
And they have the live long and prosper, and you can do that.
Dude,
but can you do it with both
Bam,
hands?
dude. No.
I
fucking
really
problem.
struggle to do it with my left hand.
Yeah.
Robert, can you do it? Can you do it? It's like you're making you do. Fuck! You guys are both way better. I just suck at my left hand. I don't know how to do it.
It took me a long time practicing as a kid, but
Do you jerk off with your left hand?
Yeah.
Do you, Robert?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Wait, let's go. Like, how often? Like, do you just switch it up?
I don't know when
I like to call myself a switch
Sometimes
hitter.
you go right, sometimes you go left. It's just how it goes.
I'm a switch hitter.
Yeah. No,
I didn't know this, though.
Predominantly right,
But apparently, there's a lot of people that just only use one hand, and it's like, what do you fucking do if you?
I have the ability
what?
to use right 95%
I mean,
of
you
the time. I'm probably
can, but
only
like,
using
it's
right.
like I like to build up.
But
the
maybe
stamina.
you're drunk and you're tired and your arm gets tired after a while, but you're
Exactly.
still drunk and you're trying to come
Exactly.
and it's a problem. You can You got to be
Everybody
you got to be
gets
able
it.
to go left without having such a janky motion that
right,
you're just losing.
right.
Right.
Where it's just you're fucking.
I mean, you still got
Yeah.
it. You're not going to blue balls yourself.
You're just chafing the fuck out of yourself because you suck at fucking left-handed it, you know?
Dude, if you're chafing, you're gripping too tight.
Oh no! I mean, I'm saying like you know what it is. Like when you remember in the beginning of the old jerking off thing, like that's too much. Don't do that. And you get really good at like when
I don't know. I've always known my dick pretty good.
when you're figuring out the process though. I mean, like, okay, all right. I'm not
You gotta
talking.
trust the process.
I'm not talking to myself, but all right. Everybody gets
Guys,
it.
I think we
Everybody
just
else
learned
gets
that Alex didn't know how to jerk off.
I did know how to jerk off, but it's like you try the old lefty one. You're like, oh, okay, not
that's
as
gotta
easy.
Be one of the great universal things about mankind is nobody teaches you how to jerk off. But
You just
you,
can't-
but
no.
you fucking know.
People teach you how to jerk off. It's called porn.
I
Kids these days never will ever have to like worry about like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Like you. 'Cause you
there's
can
no
fucking
wrong
watch
way
porn.
to jerk off. If you come, you did it right.
Yeah, that's true. Valid.
Oh, I'm rubbing it. I got my
Done.
palms on
Done.
both
Ah,
sides.
that's better.
I got my palms on both sides and I'm going up and down. Well, it's not how I would do it, but it worked, so good for you.
I like that Robert like walked as far away from this as he could when we did that. So Pat Stewart
Reverse grip.
is also back. Yeah.
Yeah, you like how I wrote him down as Pat Stewart instead of Patrick Stewart, too?
Pat Stewart.
This is my boy with first nickname.
You want to read to them about MeUndies real fast while I go
Why not?
piss?
All right. You've definitely heard us talk about MeUndies. You know the fun, comfy undies that feel just as good as they look. To those of you that haven't tried them yet, listen up. You can get incredible underwear sent to your door with MeUndies. That means no more hunting around for the perfect pair at a crowded store and eventually settling for good enough. MeUndies is so sure that you'll love your first pair that if you're not happy, they'll do whatever they can to get you in the right pair. And if you can't, if you can't, keep them and they'll refund you for your first pair. So it really is risk-free to try the best underwear ever. And if you're already part of the MeUndies family, tell your friends about it through the referral program. They'll get a discount, and you'll get store credit. It's a win-win. Still not sure? Sorry, the question threw me off there. That made me laugh. Still not sure? Well, MeUndies has a deal for our listeners. First-time purchasers get 20% off their first pair of MeUndies and free shipping. That's 20% off plus free shipping and a guarantee that... Sorry, guarantee is spelled way wrong on this copy, and it... God damn it, guys, this is not professional. That's 20% off plus free shipping and a guarantee that that you and your MeUndies will be very happy together. Get your butt over to MeUndies and treat yourself. Get your 20% off. Get 20% off your first pair, free shipping and satisfaction guarantee. Go to MeUndies.com/podcast. That's MeUndies.com/podcast. Oh God, sorry. Like it was spelled like guarantee. Like if you put it in a redneck voice, about guarantee. That's how it's spelled. That's why that threw me off, guys. I'm sorry.
So what happens is MeUndies sends me like new copy every once in a while, like whenever they send out new copy, and it has a lot of like parentheses and stuff. That's like read this to them.
No. But that was good. It's just instead of guarantee, the A, right. It was guarantee, and it's just. As I was reading, it made me laugh.
Well, they send us like that, but it's got like directions and like how to like compare stuff and that. And like if I'm like Ron Burgundy, where if I read something in parentheses, I'll read it out loud. And so like I have to kind of go on a Word document and type up my own fucking.
Oh, like, so this is you fucking up.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's not MeUndies. It's me 100% doing that, and I go type it up in a way that like I can just like we can read it quickly. So it's easier to do to you guys instead of being like, talk about a time where you enjoyed your MeUndies experience. And it's like, I'm not going to just riff on that every single time. I'm going to type out a thing and then kind of go on that. But anyways, Pat's going to take a piss real fast. But let me tell you guys quickly about our Big Brother pool. Our Big Brother pool, Bobby Jokes, you're in the Big Brother pool. Chris Hogan's in the Big Brother pool. We've got 2 spots left for our alternates. So I'm hearing rumors. They're not necessarily true rumors because you hear a lot of bullshit rumors, but I'm hearing that we may have like 4 returning players. They're coaches / maybe be players as well. So we might have a total of 20 because it's Big Brother 20. So I'm going to expand our alternates since our alternates of just 2 filled up last week. Now we have 2 more spots I'm going to add. If you want to be in the Big Brother pool, I'm not saying you're 100% going to be in the Big Brother pool. We've got it full, but if you want to be an alternate, I need you. Because it's very possible we're going to have 4 extra people come in next Wednesday. So next week's podcast, we are going to draw the Big Brother 20 pool. So, Pat, you've never done it before. What it's going to happen is we're going to have 2...
It's going to be exciting.
2 hats, cups, whatever it is, with different names in them. So we're going to have the name of all the Big Brother house guests and the names of all of the people in our Big Brother pool, the 16 people in our Big Brother pool. We're going to throw those names in there, and then you're going to pick a name. I'm going to pick a name. One of us is going to have the house guest cup or hat. The other is going to have the participant in the pool hat or cup. And then we're going to be like, oh, so-and-so gets to be paired with so-and-so. And that's going to be who you have for the entirety of Big Brother. That is how easy this game is. You don't have to do shit. You watch the show. If your guy gets voted out or evicted, you're out. If your person wins the entire thing, you get 2 free shirts from the Pass the Gravy merch store.
Ooh.
That's like the easiest fucking thing you can do. You literally have to do no work. You're relying on somebody you've never met and are just hoping wins Big Brother.
And we've got some fire new shirts coming out.
We have. Oh my God! Too. I got to show the boys. for the podcast.
Boys.
So we got right now Pass the Gravy. I'm just gonna do the Pass the Gravy merch spot.
Just
right
back
now,
to
Robert.
back. Let's roll.
PassTheGravyMerch.com. Let's go aboard that. We've got the new summer tees. My girlfriend Emma designed that. It's the PTG Sun shirt. It's a sun smile with sunglasses. Says Pass the Gravy on. It's pretty great. We got the MVP finally shirt. Our boy James Harden's winning that MVP again, or for the first time that he finally deserved.
Not again.
But
first time.
Well, he's been awarded it by the Players Association twice.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like he's earned it. But like he's getting awarded
That's
it.
true. He's earned it twice. He's been fucked twice.
Officially, he's getting awarded it this year. So MVP finally. We got the Pastors shirts. They've never not won the World Series. You got the summer shirt from last year. The bomb pop one. That's pretty dope. Dallas killed JFK. People don't forget we have the logo tees. We got all kinds of anything you're looking for that looks dope. PassTheGravyMerch.com. You can
Maybe
get
if you're looking to hunt some box, we might have something coming for you.
So I was showing the boys some designs we've got, and let's just say we've got at least 3 more shirts coming out for you.
Yeah.
Within like the
Fire.
next week. And if, I swear to God, if they're not out next week, they're out within the next 2 weeks.
The one you showed us today.
Oh, that's gonna be.
You're gonna be real pumped about this.
That's gonna be a bestseller. That's gonna be a bestseller. I guarantee.
Oh, there's no way it's
100%. It's gonna be a bestseller.
Yeah.
And like I'm hyping you up. This is probably not the best way to sell shirts that are still on the store right now.
I hope everyone doesn't see it. It's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. No, this one's fire.
The members only shirt. Remember, you buy that, you get to be a member of the Branch Gravidians. It's our cult.
We don't talk about it much anymore. Guys, don't think it's not there.
The cult's always
We're
there.
We're still here for your spiritual guidance.
We just don't talk about it because apparently it's frowned upon to talk about yourself as a cult. People don't like that word.
Yeah, well, fuck people.
So we just call ourselves like group.
Hey,
podcast group.
The Gravidians know.
Yeah,
we know what's up.
Real good. Lee Fincher knows.
Our listeners know.
Lee Fincher in that shirt knows. He knows. He gets it.
He gets it.
Annie King Cantu knows what's up.
AKC.
She's in the Big Brother pool. She's gonna fucking. Hopefully, you get a good person. I think like you're gonna get sucked into it, and this is like, Pat. This is like next week. Is the last thing we're gonna have to worry about, caring about until football season.
Shit's about to get real.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like we are about to be Big Brother guys until football season, and then we're like, oh, it's here, and it sneaks up, and like you have to overlap for 3 weeks, but you're like, football's already here. I'm so invested in Big Brother. Like there's 3 weeks where you just are like, you're living in heaven, dude.
I'm already. Do you see now? You just saying football is already making me think forward to my fantasy football drafts.
I get stressed thinking about those.
See, I love it.
I hate drafting.
And I had two teams for the first time this year. I was kind of stressed out having two because you have players on both. But as soon as you said that, I was like, "Baby, we should do a podcast." Fucking
no, we
can't.
And
already know. I was gonna say capped at 10, but I don't want a third team. I don't.
I do it with 3 teams. I've done it with 5 teams before, and it's just like
that's miserable.
You hate fantasy football because like now that they have those Thursday games,
you're winning and losing by same players on every team.
But like every Thursday you're just, and I bet too because every Thursday I'm like, well, I gotta get my bets in for the weekend. I gotta find out what lines I like. I gotta do this. I gotta change my lineups, make sure they're good to go. And you're just like, and then like you've already done that, but then Sunday morning comes and you're like,
guys, we're already on football talking. I'm pumped.
Should I change it? Should I move him in? He might have a bigger day. I don't know. And you're comparing stats, and then every one you pick is wrong. Like the one that you choose over the other guy always does the least.
Yeah.
Like it's 100%. It's like if I pick Odell Beckham instead of like Antonio Brown's gonna have a 3,000-yard game, and Odell's gonna have like a 2-catch game. But then like if I were to leave Odell on the bench, Odell's gonna go off for 300 yards and 6 touchdowns.
This just makes me think of the picture I sent you earlier. It was some old tweet of Reggie Bush talking shit about restaurants. Why is the food? How can you have food cold when your only job is to plate hot food and then you send it back and it's cold again? And somebody responded, goes, yeah, one time I drafted a running back in fantasy football and he had -3 yards on the season.
Hurt.
Who was Reggie Bush? He had -3 yards on the season.
Said it.
He goes, yeah, had -3 yards on the season. Some people just suck at their jobs.
He said -3 yards on the season, not the N-word with an A.
Did it sound like I said?
It did a little bit.
It
just clarify.
Okay, 100% did not say that. Guys.
I know you didn't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just clarifying.
Negative. He had -3 yards
in this day and age,
season.
In this day and age where you can rewind stuff, just covering your ass later.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So when you run for president, this will just be not the thing that brings you down.
No, there'll be so many other things. Many.
I mean, they'll get to this, but then they'll have to dig a little bit deeper, which maybe will.
And my defense was, listen, everybody was stupid when they were young.
Right?
Social media was booming. We didn't know what was happening. Am I right, people?
A little future news for you. That's what Pat's going to say. All right. Next up is...
Alex will be my Secretary of Education.
Yeah, I will. Because
I don't want you to do anything to get qualified.
I don't know shit about it. No, my mom's a teacher.
Calm.
My mom's a teacher.
You'll be my communications director.
Oh, I'm very good at that. I'm done. That's it.
You'll be my Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
I like that. I'm just gonna yell at the meeting. Leave him alone! All right. Next up is not cool.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool.
Dude, Robert, we're at 140, man. I think we might be cutting it close.
Oh, we're definitely.
We're 100%.
We're 100% going more than 20
We're definitely
minutes.
going to go over.
You think we're going to get through not cool and 5 questions in under 20 minutes?
I'm just letting you know. We're going to be around the same time probably as last week.
No, we're with 2:15. That's kind of our average.
I've got a pretty bullshit one. It's quick, and I can just knock it out. And we kind of mentioned it earlier. But it's just the fact that the U.S. isn't in the World Cup this year.
Right? Fuck you, Jurgen Klinsmann.
I'm pretty... I have really paid attention a lot to the World Cup this year, and maybe because I work very early in the morning, so that 7 o'clock first game, I get to watch at work, and then at 10 o'clock I'm also getting to watch that game, and then I get to
1 o'clock the late game.
Either I'm leaving at the beginning of the 1 o'clock game, or in the at halftime of the 1 o'clock game. So it's 3:30 by the time the last game ends, and you're now it's baseball day game time. This is awesome. I could technically just watch sports all day every day if I think about it for a month. Because there's always a day game on. And you can find that somewhere, usually MLB Network. And if I wanted to, I don't necessarily do, but I can watch a Yankees game or an Astros game at night. And it's I've watched 4 soccer games, or 3 soccer games and a baseball game.
But
this is a day.
But it's like saying, well, I get to watch baseball all day, every day, but I never get to see the Astros play. Is that what it feels like?
It's really what it
is. Or is it like going to the bar every Sunday and getting to watch football all day?
But your team is on a bye week.
But you never get to see the Giants.
Your team's always on a bye week.
The World Cup is a perpetual bye week.
It's like going to watch the playoffs this year when the Giants didn't make the playoffs.
It's just terrible. I love it, and I love the sport.
I love it.
Except it's a lower level effect. You don't love the sport. You're just kind of into it right now.
We're a huge soccer podcast.
But
huge soccer podcast.
But it just hurts not having any skin in the game.
But remember previous World Cups, and I was telling Robert, it kind of dates you. If you think about it, World Cups and Olympics, you're I was in college.
Remember last World Cup? We're oh, dude, we could actually. We know we're not going to win, but we could make a run late and shock the world a bit.
This Jurgen Klinsmann guy, I think he's got this U.S. team
and then he
in the right shape, and he probably
fucked us.
You know what? We're probably not going to win it this year. I think we lost to Belgium. Did we lose to Belgium?
I don't remember.
Belgium or Ghana?
You're asking me to remember soccer.
Well, we are a soccer podcast, like I just said.
No, we are a West Ham podcast, not a soccer podcast.
We're a soccer team.
We have a singular focus.
And American soccer. Sort of. Had America been in the World Cup, you bet we would be covering American soccer pretty hard.
Oh, yeah, but it's because it's America and I love my country.
But just think back. Remember, you're not a big soccer guy, like you just said. But, you counted down the days until the next U.S. match, because guess who's not going to class or going to work or doing this?
I didn't count down the days, but when the game was on, it was.
Well, but you check your schedule. You're U.S. play. Fuck yeah, marking my calendar. Guess who's not going into work today, bitches? Guess who's leaving early so I can drink at noon when we play fucking Ethiopia in this group game? I'm doing that. That's me. I'm fucking watching us play fucking Turkey.
I'm taking off work early so I can watch us demolish a team that can't afford halftime oranges.
But still can qualify for the World Cup.
Yep, but it was still fucking
Somebody
dope
had
every time.
tweeted that they were like, well, if you realize all these third world countries qualify and don't even have all the basic resources. And I was like, but you could argue that had they not spent so much time playing soccer, maybe they could have fixed those problems.
Yeah.
And then they would have been on the same boat
How
as
much
us.
funding goes to your national soccer team every year? How much funding goes to your national cricket team every year? Maybe use that shit on infrastructure. I mean, your entire country is the size of the state of Connecticut. Figure it out.
I'm just upset that, it was dope to get to deck out in, U.S. shit every once a week.
Any excuse for patriotism is great.
The USA rugby game I went to. My brother plays rugby. I'm not a rugby guy. I have a lot of friends that are rugby guys, but I was like,
it's fun to watch.
I'm in. I don't understand.
It wasn't sevens, right? It was full rugby.
Full rugby, yeah.
Sevens is a lot of fun to watch.
With The Godfather. I got to go with Kurt McGirt Chafin, The Godfather.
Kurt McGirter?
Yeah.
I did not know
National
Kurt McGirter
champion
was in town.
MVP of the Austin Blacks D3 team.
That's a fact.
He is, and he was explaining stuff to me the whole time. He was explaining stuff to this guy that was sitting in front of us that we didn't even know. That was pretty cool. And it was just I don't give a fuck, but every time USA fucking passes that thing in the try zone and puts it down,
Curtis looks like he'd be Steve-O's cousin.
He might be.
He really does look like that nowadays.
So USA not being in the World Cup, I just been bummed about it, watching it, being. I thought it was going to be way less into the World Cup. I'm pretty into the World Cup still this year.
Yeah. I'm not at all because the only way you can get me.
I just root West Ham
US.
guys.
Yeah,
and West Ham guys.
I got
3-0-1.
I got two small ones. Yeah, and they're both in the last 24 hours. So yesterday I'm getting ready to go to work. It's raining outside, so I'm hustling to get in the car. So like I'm jumping in the car real quick. As I do, I'm wearing my dress pants.
You wearing a dress?
Yeah. My
Pat's wearing a dress.
As I throw up the door real quick and I go to slide in the car real quick, and as I do it, my knee just catches enough of the fabric to where that tore it right up my asshole. My entire ass was just ripped away. So then I had to jump out of the car back into the rain to run inside and find just a spare pair of pants that I haven't. I found them crumpled up on the floor of my closet that I haven't worn in probably a year and a half.
Probably not washed.
No, but I mean they were washed before they ended up there, but they've just been sitting there for a year.
But still, yeah. I get you.
So yeah, that sucked. And then this morning, I woke up with a pimple on the inner part of my arm, just in the most uncomfortable spot where like you can't even pop it because it's like pinching the inside of your arm and it just hurts shit ton.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I would say a pimple is like way worse when it's like not quite poppable, but it's there and it's either like right on your lip or like on your nose because it brings tears to you no matter like like when you do that like and you're like I'm tearing up oh god.
Put your arm out. Let me pinch the inside of your arm and tell me that doesn't bring tears to your eye.
But
no, those suck. But it is what it is. It's just unfortunate because it's on your face where people look.
And you gotta keep doing it though.
But the inside of your arm just sucks.
But at least you let it go. It's just a little sore for a little bit. But like once that's poppable, you're done. It's over with.
But like, look at that spot. Is that not in the worst possible spot?
It's not a great spot. It's right in that soft part where like there's not muscle.
No, there's no muscle. And
it's like
fat,
the muscle,
so it's
just
extra fatty.
No, but I'm saying like unless you're like a bodybuilder, there's probably not much muscle there.
Yeah.
So it's like right in the fatty part, the flabby part. I get you.
It's not terrible.
It's like under the arm, right by your elbow.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Like the inside,
but
under
it's not
the arm
cool.
by the elbow. It's
just
cool.
not cool.
And that's what this segment's for. It's not cool.
It just,
dude.
I ripped my pants and I got a zit in a bad spot.
I would still put that
within 24 hours.
Definitely behind, like right almost like right above the like lip. And then, like, right off the side of your nose,
Yeah,
where like
no
that stuff always tears me up. Robert,
Bobby,
you got
Bobby West Side. You got any?
It pretty much just all this rain.
Yeah, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
And what goes with it is just shitty driving.
Dude, no, Houston. This like, god damn it, guys.
Guys, don't be the guy when there's rain on the ground. Don't be the guy that leaves when there's traffic all along I-10, 5 lanes wide, but it's still moving. Don't be the guy that leaves 20 car lengths in front of your fucking car.
What the fuck is that?
Going 30 miles. Like at 30 miles an hour, you don't need that much braking space.
I had to drive home from Friendswood last week.
Ooh.
I had a gig at like noon or whatever it was. I was done at like 1 or 2. And then I was done at 2. I didn't get home until like almost 4. Because it took me over an hour to get home because everybody was driving 35 on the fucking freeway. And it's like, I get it, slow. But then, like, and part of it, I think, is because, like, then you get behind those 18-wheelers that are just sloshing water on you. And you're like, my God, stop!
You get the 18-wheeler in one lane.
And they decide they're going to pass you.
And then you get the car next to them, next to the 18-wheeler that sits on their back axle and leaves 20 car lengths in front of them. Like, dude, just fucking go, and then I can get around you and get...
Like, when are you ever going to have to stop and slide 75 yards?
From I-10, Katy to Memorial, I'm literally driving kind of like an asshole because I'm just going from the far left lane constantly all the way to the right, all the way back, and just weaving in and out of traffic because the rest of you assholes can't fucking drive. Like, literally, I'll still drive 75 when the roads are like this because you fucking can. Learn how to drive in weather. It's wet. It's not like it doesn't mean that anything.
You drive the brakes. Drive safe.
Yeah, like just because there's water on the ground doesn't mean it's going to take you 150 yards to fucking stop.
You don't have to stop.
Like you can still hit your brakes and your wheels will work. Like your wheels don't magically just stop working when there's water on the ground.
Okay, dude. Another thing I'm adding to this now. That's a fucking. You just set me off, Robert.
Go for it.
But like, okay, I got behind this guy. It was pouring down rain yesterday. I'm trying to get home, and like, if you got behind the guy and there's speed bumps. And, like, they have to come to a complete fucking stop.
Oh, my God.
But they're in a truck. And you're like, hey, motherfucker,
you're in the truck.
Fucking ride. Just go. And I'm in a fucking Ford Focus. I'm in a Ford fucking Focus. And, like,
you're not going to blow out your suspension.
Being the guy that's just, like, on your ass. It's like, you stop and then, And I'm like, and I'm already over it. Okay, let's go. And finally, like, there was one last speed bump, and I was like, I don't have time for this. And I just got in the left lane. I was like, fuck you, I'm passing you. And like, I still got there like 2 minutes earlier, it felt like, than whoever the fuck was behind me. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
What more not cool is when is the guy when he's driving and it's even worse in fucking this rainy weather. The guy who's just driving has fucking all the room in the world in front of him. He's driving in front of you and hits the brakes for no goddamn reason.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, this is why murder should be legal in certain circumstances.
Right, where you're like, but he was fucking driving like an asshole.
Oh, but it's rainy, so I hit the brakes. You had 35 car lengths in front of you. There was nobody for half a mile, and you hit the fucking brakes.
No, okay, this is a system I want to set up, and I'm like, we're definitely going over 2 hours, Robert. I'm sorry, but this is a system I kind of always wanted to. Yeah, we're at 152, but this is a system I've always kind of wanted to set up. I don't know how to perfect it. And it's like one of those, like, it's a gun control children in cages thing where it's like, I don't get it. I don't know exactly what to do, but we've got to find a situation for this where it's like say you had a paintball gun, or not necessarily a paintball gun, but it's like, call about my driving on those people's cars. If there was a number you could call and you could report somebody's license plate, but you only get to report 3 people a year. Like, you only get 3. Like, this guy is driving.
Oh, dude, no, you can't. That wouldn't work because you would use it in the first month. Because there's so many bad drivers. Which is why,
obviously, it's a flawed system. But in a perfect world, when you would only use it when you needed to, that'd be like what I would want to enact. Where it's like, I saw Pat fucking driving like a fucking asshole, driving too fucking slow in the left-hand lane. I could call and report your thing. You get 1 ding. You get 3 dings, and you're just, guess who's taking the bus, bitch? And like, there's no way to do it without, like, it's like a Yelp thing, because it would just turn to people that hate people, and they would do that. But it's like, you should get like strikes.
No.
And after you get strikes for fucking up driving so much, you should get like, you can't drive, buddy.
No, I think I can help you on this. Is you get dings on your record of, if you have so many of this is happening, the next time you get a ticket, it multiplies your ticket.
Well, that's what tickets do, I think.
No. But the fact that, like, you have all these infractions of other drivers saying, you're an asshole.
It's like a Yelp for drivers.
Why are you driving terribly? So then you finally get a speeding ticket. Normally your speeding ticket would be $65, but you have 32 infractions of you driving slow in the left-hand lane. This speeding ticket is now $650.
Yeah, it's not as perfect as I had gotten down Airbnb.
So I'm saying, like, it can't make you lose your license, but it's going to multiply your tickets.
I like that.
I think that would work well because, like, and
because then people would just drive slower.
This guy was just cutting me off and driving like a maniac, going all around. Okay, yeah, that's bad. He cut you off. But if he's going in and out of traffic, that's what I do. Fuck you, drive better, and this wouldn't happen. But if you have the same guy over and over being like, well, he's just driving slow in the left-hand lane. Everybody knows.
You saw the cop that pulled over the lady in the left-hand lane and like videoed it, and everybody was like, I love you so much.
And I talked about this earlier in the podcast, how I hate these comparisons. If you're the guy that drives slow in the left-hand lane, you're a Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we can all get behind that.
There's no other explanation.
Yeah.
You hate
freedom.
You
commit war crimes on me every day in traffic.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, traffic is a war, if you ask me. If you ask me, it's a war.
Like, how many times are you driving in traffic and you feel your fist ball up?
All the time.
Half the time, I've noticed it.
Half the time I drive on the freeway. I don't have to drive on the freeway very often, luckily. But like half the time I'm driving on the freeway, I'm like, I hate people.
Yeah, like I gotta do it.
Hate people.
Every time I leave here, I sit in traffic.
Like my work is pretty close.
All the way home.
My work is pretty close, but like there's still 2 or 3 times a day coming home where I'm like, just fucking go.
Well, I mean, most days we're done with this. I leave here about 5:30.
Yeah, not
5:30, 6 o'clock. So then I sit in 5:30, 6 o'clock traffic down I-10 all the way out to Katy. You guys know what that's like. It's not good traffic. That I can deal with because the traffic is bad right there.
Right.
When traffic is moving and there's just dickhead drivers around, and I've noticed this a lot lately, I just feel my hand fucking making a fist. And I'm not a violent person.
It's stressful.
But I'm just like...
It's stressful. I get you.
I just want to fucking make murder legal. Can we have one purge day, guys?
I mean, they have a whole movie about that, but
they've got Dream of
a
them.
couple of them. But yeah, all right. So that was our not cool. That was a pretty good not cool. And it started out as like I did not think I was going to have a very good not cool.
That was more therapy than it was.
I think so too. We just all vented a little bit. Okay, one more. I'm just going to add to it. Like we just had a flood, right? Harvey, remember that? Houston, what the fuck? Like it poured raining the other day for like 30 minutes and I was driving through high water. Hey, let's make some drainage happen, guys. Let's work on all the fucking drainage. My God.
There's only so much you can do at this point. It's because the ground is still saturated from it. There's not shit you can do.
We should build more stuff on concrete that was originally on grassy lands. We should do that.
That's a bad not cool. Because shit's going to keep building. The ground's still saturated.
Flooding is not cool.
It seems crazy that the hurricane was a year ago and the ground is still saturated, but it is what it is. You got to...
We don't call it saturated. We call it satty.
Bro. Let's just pray for not a bad hurricane or tropical storm this year.
I'm going to live on the third floor, bitches. I'm gold.
I rent, so I don't care.
Yeah.
The house was destroyed. Well, good luck getting my rent this month.
I don't want it to fucking rain or flood either. All right, let's move along. This is the answers segment of the podcast. The final segment is my favorite part of the podcast, and we always encourage people to send us their questions. I remember when I was a young lad. As a boy, I was in a class one time. My teacher said, "Hey guys, remember there's no such thing as a stupid question." And I remember raising my hand.
Stupid people.
I remember raising my hand, asking a question, and then everybody laughing at me and being like, "But I just thought there was no such thing as a stupid question." And nowadays, I was like, you know what? I've got a podcast. I'm gonna enact that. I'm gonna be true to my younger self. So if you have a question, no matter what you think or how stupid you think it is or what it is, send it on into us. answers@passthegradepod.com. At passthegradepod on Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Hashtag answers on it if you do it online, so it's easier on Twitter. And then if you want to do it to our Facebook page, Pass the Grade Podcast on Facebook. It's pretty easy. If you're not liking us on Facebook already, get the fuck out of here. Like, just fucking like us. And then
we're pretty easy to like, guys.
Go to iTunes.
I mean, you listen to us, just like us.
Yeah, go to like you're listening right now. Go to iTunes.
Or is this a Howard Stern type situation where you hate us, but you just want to hear
so you're listening? Just what's he gonna say? What are they gonna say?
So you're like, I refuse to like them, but I'm gonna listen to see how many times they say box and cunt.
Who knows? Probably we didn't say box as much. We might bring it back next week. That's what we're gonna do. But I've been saying it a lot.
I'm not gonna force
it.
It's just a term I like to use.
It's just gonna happen. Yeah. I've used the term box instead of the C word a lot of times.
Yeah.
This last week, so. Well, that was thunder for sure. All right, so lightning, thunder.
Thunder, you've been thunderstruck. How'd you like that terrible AC/DC impression there?
That was actually really bad.
That's all I can do.
Not good at all, dude.
I can't do an Australian accent singing.
Oh yeah, it was Angus Young.
No, Brian Young.
Brian Angus was also
Angus was a guitarist.
Guitar, you're right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I can't remember if he was the original singer or the replacement.
Thunderstruck. That's pretty good.
All right, let's get into answers.
Answer the question. Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject. Just answer the fucking question.
Okay, our first question comes from Brandon Whitehead. And at Brando Whitehead on Twitter, he says, if you add brake fluid to meth, will it help you stop using it? I guess because a brake fluid would stop.
Here, I'm going to say yes because it's probably going to fucking kill you. And you can't do any more meth if you're dead.
That's good. Yeah. There you go.
Hold on. This is
just,
what I'll ask.
Like, I feel like
is
we're
Brandon
not doing
finding these somewhere online, or is this guy just a fucking genius that is writing this every week?
Because and Brandon's like loyal as shit sending these. He sends like 7 or 8 sometimes.
Every week it's fire. Every week it's a great question.
Like, you know what? Sean Comets. Wait, he didn't write. Nope. Tom Chesson wrote in, but Tom Chesson, you're unnoticed, bro.
Sean
you're
Comets,
unnoticed.
In the words of Kenny Powers, you're fucking out.
You're fucking out. Is he third now?
Oh, easily third. Easily.
Tom Chesson is 1? Or Whitehead is 1 now? We're going to put Whitehead on notice. You better keep delivering some more fire shit, and if Tom Chesson has an off week, You're moving up next week.
I was going to say Whitehead is definitely one, but it might be just because his name is right there, and I'm like
Ooh,
7.5 beers deep now.
Tom Chesson, speaking of, him and his buddy Danny G are also listeners to podcasts. They got their own podcast going, the Weekly D podcast.
The Weekly D.
Check that out.
Daily D?
I think it's on iTunes. I don't know. Just Google Weekly D. You'll find it.
Maybe I'll listen to it on the way home.
Give it a go.
I got time in the car.
Give it a go. But Weekly D podcast debuted its first episode. So, we are, they're like our homegrown talent. They're like our,
are they like us? Like, do they go way too long or do they have a good podcast?
I haven't got a chance to listen yet. I haven't got a chance to listen yet. But probably, it's probably as good, if not better. I'm not saying we're the best.
I mean, they're probably a little bit.
They're probably not as great on the soccer talk.
I mean, you should definitely not listen to them first any week. I love you guys, but like us.
Let's make it like a dual listener thing. You guys know what you should do. We're gonna start.
We're double barrel shotgun.
Starting next week, we're gonna throw out like a choose your own adventure, and we're gonna throw out like a scenario at the end of our podcast that they can pick up for their podcast, and that's how they have to begin their next podcast. Like choose your own. Like how does it end? Find out on the Weekly D podcast.
Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Find out next week on the Weekly D.
I mean, it basically rolls off the tongue. Perfect.
Oh God.
So Whitehead. If you add brake fluid to meth, will it help you stop using it?
Yes, because you're gonna die.
Yeah. Okay, we can agree on that.
Smoking brake fluid is probably not good for you.
I don't think so. It seems flammable. Seems very flammable.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So you might actually just catch on fire and die.
And that doesn't seem like.
I was thinking like black lung type death, but yeah, you might just actually catch on fire.
Instant death. Almost.
Yeah. Spontaneous combustion.
Austin Raymer, welcome back, buddy. It's been a while since we heard from you. Austin Raymer writes in and says, investing in the stock market, the wine of gambling, and he puts wine in quotes.
See, here's what I don't get. But like, do people I get that people buy expensive bottles and brag about them. Do people resell expensive bottles of wine? I've never gotten I've always heard about this kind of thing, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's a 1952 Chateau du Mont.
I didn't look at it that way. I was looking at it as, you know how like you get stuck in a room with like a couple wine guys, and they're like, yeah, this Merlot. What it had was just a little oaky, and just the flavor of that.
How does that relate to
really gambling? No, I'm just saying like what they're saying is like they just talk about it all the fucking time. They're like really hipstery, and like they're gonna break it down to as little as they can. So it's compared to guys that
talk about gambling all the time.
But like if you talk to somebody with the stock market, they're gonna break down. Well, hey, that was doing that great on the Dow, but not necessarily on the Nasdaq. But this and this and this and this and this and this, and they're giving you all these stats and facts and bullshit, and you're like, I don't fucking know. Should I buy or sell the fucking stock, man? I don't fucking know. Maybe it's stockbrokers would be like the better way to go about this. Stockbrokers are the wine of gambling.
He said though, investing in the stock market. Is it the wine? Because people invest in wine. I always hear about people investing in wine.
But the people that invest in the stock market also like to talk about the stock market all the time, and they talk about stocks. It's kind of like CrossFit. Like if you're in the stock market, you're talking about being in the stock market. If you're doing CrossFit, you're telling everybody you worked out.
We might have to have this as a follow up next week because Austin,
I'm not a finance guy.
We both have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
We don't have money. We don't have any money. That's why we don't know about investing in the stock market.
We both read this question very differently. If we're going it with my way of where it's the wine of gambling, because it's an investment, bro, I don't know.
Robert, what are your thoughts?
Like I've never had an I don't know on here.
We need Robert to break the tie.
Wait, how did you read it?
Like it's fancy.
Well, like have you?
Because you're like rich.
Am I just talking out of my ass? But do you guys get what I'm talking about?
Like, I know. I 100
investing in nice bottles of wine and stuff. But you don't ever
hear
about
in like a.
But
like
you don't hear about those people
winery,
reselling the bottle of wine.
You're right.
Like you're like this is a.
It's aged.
You know, it's
16
like I said, it's a
years.
1952 Chateau de Mont or whatever the fuck it is, and it's
worth
so much. Dude, I'm throwing out fake French terms.
I'm just fucking with you.
But like it's worth so much and blah 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 blah. Okay, but like now it's worth $2,500. Are you going to sell it to somebody else, or are you just going to save it because you're a wine guy and you're going to drink it one day? That's like you never hear about somebody reselling the bottle of wine,
right?
So I would go no, it's not the investment of the stock market because. When you're that wine guy, you're just a pretentious asshole that wants to brag about how much it's worth. Stock market, you resell that stock eventually.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of think it's the wine of gambling. I think you talk about it a lot, and it's a lot of words that people don't necessarily understand.
Well, I'll
but
answer
you sound
it my way.
smarter.
You answer yours, and Austin, you let us know who was correct.
Because like you sound smarter when you say like, oh well, the Dow had it down at this percent, but I had it up at this percent, blah 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 blah. Instead of being like,
damn it! Now that you break it down that way, it does sound like you might be right.
Of a taste to it, and I can feel this, and like the afterbirth of it is this much better.
Dude, at first I thought you were just completely stupid, and now that you just the way you said it that way,
like
that
when
broke
you have
it down,
somebody explain wine to you, you're just like, I don't fucking know, you nerd.
Damn
Shut
it,
up.
Austin, be more fucking specific next time, you dick, with your questions. And
but like if Robert had sampled a glass of wine and explained to us what it tasted like he'd probably be like, it tastes like grapes. It tastes like grapes.
It tastes like bad grapes. That
it tastes like grapes that like sat there for a long time and turned into booze.
Okay,
but if he was like, it tastes like this, but it's more of an oaky taste with this and that and this, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't care.
I answered it my way. Answer it your way. Is it the wine of gambling?
I think it is, because I think you talk about it a lot more, and you're a lot more pretentious when you do that. And then instead of like, if you gamble on a football game, you're just like, bro, I got $13 on the Giants +3. Let's fucking hope that they cover the spread, And you're just like, that's pretty simple. Everybody gets that.
Austin, let us know who was right
yes,
and who
Austin,
answered it
please.
correctly. I don't know if you tweeted us or emailed us or whatever it is.
Email.
I think it's an email because there's no Twitter handle.
Yeah. That's usually how it is.
When you email it,
or Facebook.
Alex, you let me know.
But I think Austin emails.
Yeah.
Jay Reyes,
let me know who was correct.
And
if I don't hear from you this week, Alex, I will assume I was correct, and I'm going to rub it in your face.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Not really, but okay.
Okay.
Jay Reyes, who did not give us a first name because he wants to remain sort of anonymous. We're going to assume it's Jose Reyes, ex-Mets player. Famous people listen to this podcast, obviously.
That's true.
Famous people really listen to this podcast. Jay Reyes weighs in and says, does a bouquet of cacti count the same as flowers?
Only if it's the cacti that have flowers that come off of it.
Wait, is a cactus a flower? That's my next question on Google.
Ooh, that's good. I feel like this is pre-show prep you should have done, but I'm just going to vent over
well,
here
I don't.
For a
but the whole point is like I find the questions, but I don't want to answer the questions before we have the podcast.
That's why I don't read them. You already read them, so your brain is already thinking.
Well, I read them, but like part of it is like it gets to be marinating, But like I don't want to
marinating.
But I don't want to I don't want to have an answer ready to go because that's not really fair for me to have a prepped answer when you guys don't. So like I want to kind of go, I read the question,
Googled it to see if it's a flower already.
But I didn't want to do that because I read the question to kind of like get into the same mindset as you do.
Are we an old married couple now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I love you too.
I love you, honey. I love you, honey bunny.
What?
It's so stupid. Honey bunny from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tell her everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, honey bunny.
That works. All right. A cactus is a member of the plant family Cacti.
Did you just Google is a cactus?
Is a cactus a flower?
That's irrelevant. I'm going to say it only counts as a bouquet of flowers. One, if she's from the southeastern region.
Cactus flowers. Sorry. Cactus flowers are a whole different thing.
Cactus have flowers. That's what I was going to say. It only counts as in one of two ways. One, if she's from the southwestern region, Arizona, shit like that.
Texas.
And she just finds them beautiful. Oh, yeah, Texas. I'm just saying in that general region. And she finds them beautiful, then it could count. Or two, if you're giving her a bouquet of blooming cactus that have flowers on them. That's when it counts as flowers.
But like okay, so if you give a girl a plant, it's kind of like giving a gift, right?
Oh, it most definitely is.
What is a cacti? Cactus. Cactus is a singular version.
It's not as
it's a plant, so it's like the same thing.
No, it's not. Is it a gift? Is it the same as flowers? Is what he's asking. That's very specific and very different.
You're right. Touche.
I would say within the parameters I've laid out, yes.
If it has a flower on it, it's like a bouquet. It has a multiple.
But you have to know your audience. You can't just give a girl here's a cactus and she's like, why the fuck would you give me a cactus?
Have you guys seen the shirt that's been going around lately it's got a cactus on it and it says "Can't touch this"? Pretty great.
Sorry, I was drinking beer. No, I have not seen that, but that's phenomenal.
Seems like something.
It's not as good as Box Hunter.
It's not as great as Box Hunter,
but it's pretty good.
But it seems like something Bobby Jokes would wear. You had the Molar Bear shirt.
Dolphinitely.
No, I don't think so. I don't really wear a lot of shirts with words on them, like phrases.
You had the Molar Bear shirt.
I
on.
do have that.
Would you wear a shirt that on the front said dolphinitely and on the back said turtly?
No.
With a dolphin and a turtle on it.
Yeah. Well, you've got to have the dolphin and the turtle.
God damn it, we're about to release like 17 shirts just because of.
Well,
like,
we
what
can't
has
do
been
that.
said
That's straight up stolen from Kroll Show. We can't do that.
Oh, okay. I did not see that bit.
Oh, it was the rich dicks when they're all pilled out and they go dolphinitely, turtle.
I was like, we should definitely make that shirt.
Sorry, this is not good podcasting, but
Not great.
when they're
Not
on the
great.
plane and she goes, "Are you willing to perform the duties of being in the emergency row?" And he goes, "Dolphinitely."
Okay, what if
Turtly.
it's a chick that's hard to deal with,
Then why are you buying her a gift?
or a chick you haven't necessarily? Okay, you've been dating her for a while,
Haven't bedded her yet.
but you haven't gotten inside.
You haven't hunted that box.
You haven't hunted. You haven't expressed your love for the box yet.
You're tracking the box, but you haven't hunted it yet.
You're hunting the box. You're on the scent,
You-
but you haven't.
Right, you're hunting
You're
the box.
pursuing the box, but you haven't quite nailed the box down yet.
you haven't gotten the trophy yet.
Exactly. Pat, I couldn't have said it better myself. I would say that shows you, like, hey, look, I'm rough, but hey, once you get to know me, I can keep you hydrated pretty well.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. You got to know the audience.
I'll
Some
fill
might
you
work
out.
well. Otherwise, you give her a cactus, that box is closed.
But that's what it's like. So you give a bouquet of cacti, somebody you love. Just do.
It
It's
doesn't-
like, because if you think about it, it's like, babe,
It doesn't
I love
require
you.
a lot of care.
But no, it doesn't seem like that initially.
You wanted that
You still
very
got okay, but still, like a cacti, it's like I don't need a lot, but when you need me, I'm there for you because I got water in me,
Or
you
you-
can drink it and you can live if you're starving and not having any water in
You know
the
what?
desert.
Here's another one.
So I would say, like, hey, babe, this shows that I'm always gonna be there for you.
For a long distance girl, that might be the one.
Boom.
Because it does not.
fuck
It
yeah.
doesn't need a lot of care. You could forget to water it for 2 weeks, and it's still there.
Dude.
And every day she looks at it, she's gonna think of you,
Dude.
guys. We just cracked
Done.
the fucking
Fuck
code.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Same as a bouquet of flowers
Take that,
if it's
Jay
long
Reyes.
distance.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna text my buddy today, whose girlfriend just moved to Seattle.
Send her some cacti.
Send her a cactus.
Gold.
It'll
Gold.
keep her box out of the reach of those fucking dirty
When they see that
hipsters up there in
cacti,
Seattle.
When they see that cacti, I'll be like, that's one more thing she's going to throw at me.
Yeah.
I don't want a cacti coming out.
J. Rez, you are welcome.
Well done, buddy. Cameron Hurd writes in. Fucking dude, that Jay Reyes may have just stole the show. Like, these have been pretty great answers to questions so far. Cameron Hurd writes in and says, "Can I go hard and go home?"
Yes, I've spent the last 5 years of my life doing that.
Yeah, I mean, because go hard or go home, I guess.
Because I go hard all the way, like a lot of the time, and then I go home when I should not be going home.
You're not necessarily sealing the deal.
Especially
But hey, I'm going home because I'm not a sexual predator.
nowadays, especially with Uber. Sometimes you go hard and then you have to crash on your buddy's couch because you got nowhere else to go. You can't drive.
You can't go
Nowadays,
home.
Uber, you can go as hard as you fucking
And
want.
then home.
And then you can go home.
So yes,
Yeah. I've been
That's
going
easy.
hard and going home for years.
yeah.
Not
Robert,
always
you agree?
legally, but I've been doing it.
Remember, like in high school, when you just went in the back roads of everything, like, I'm gonna go through neighborhoods to get home drunk.
But everything where we lived was just neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's true.
K-Town, what's up?
But still, like, I didn't take major roads on purpose.
I stayed off of Peak and Mason.
Mason Cinco Ranch Boulevard and Westheimer.
Just whining. But see, that's the dangerous thing. You wind through all those neighborhoods when you had maybe a little too few many. You're more likely to hit shit.
Yeah, but you could drive slow through a neighborhood because you have to drive slow through a neighborhood.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, Cameron, you can definitely go hard and
You can
go
go
home.
hard and go home. Robert, have you ever gone hard and gone home at the same time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, the only question where
There
would be
getting
Robert.
blue balls. Am I right, guys?
No, the only question for Robert was has Robert ever gone hard? Because he doesn't drink, so he can always go home. But yeah,
We just talked about jerking off, so he's definitely gone hard.
was it a blue balls question? Have you ever gone hard
That's
and
what
then
I
she
just
wouldn't do
said.
anything, so you
That's
had
what
to
we
go
call
home?
blue
Yeah,
balls, boys.
God, that's a whole nother
I
question.
just said that joke,
I know.
and you just
But no, that's
Let
why
it go by ya.
I get it.
Okay.
But I'm turning it into an actual question. Is he asking us if we've ever been blue balled and had to go home?
yes,
Yes.
many a times.
God, just God, why are women so
like,
rude?
No, not that at all. Like, we're just fucking pigs. I'm happy to admit that. Like, hey.
No.
Hey, back in my younger days, there were many times where I was like, you probably didn't deserve to get
You don't get me there and then just go, okay, bye. It was rude. It's rude. You don't want to finish it off? Don't start the game.
I mean, I understand that way. I just don't look at it that way.
I feel like in my head it's less bad than it's sounding.
It does sound bad. It doesn't
like
sound
I'm not
great.
saying like if we flirt, make me come.
Right.
I'm not saying that.
And I get you.
If you're touching it and rubbing on it.
If you've made it this far in the podcast, I think you get him.
Yeah.
I think you get him.
Yeah. I'm saying don't grab my dick and don't make me come. That's what I'm saying is rude.
That's assault.
If you're gonna touch it,
you're gonna finish it.
Then fucking
most times.
Yeah.
Assuming that nothing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't be in my vicinity and don't make me come. That's different.
All right, buddy. Daniel Tom Chesson at Daniel_Blake weighs in with our final question of the week. He says public schools just brainwashing facilities for the government to get in your kids' heads.
See, this seems a little too conspiracy theory.
I kind of agree. I typically agree with Daniel Tom Chesson, minus the fact that he's an Eagles fan. So actually, his logic is incredibly flawed.
I don't know, like in what way though? Here's the question.
Okay, here's the thing.
The Texas school system teaches us Texas history. That's fucking correct.
Okay, but hear me out.
Hold on.
Why do they teach us fucking how to do taxes? Why do they make us spend an entire half a semester on bullshit graphing calculators?
But what are they brainwashing us into is my question. Like, what is the brainwashing part of it? Hold on.
That you don't need to do taxes?
How old were you when you moved to Texas?
I was going into 6th grade.
Okay, so you took Texas history.
I was going into 7th grade.
You took Texas history because it's 7th grade.
Yeah, I remember thinking it was super weird.
Yeah, that the state teaches about itself, but then you took the class, you're like, oh, but Texas is the greatest thing of all time. At the time, you didn't get it because you weren't here long enough.
I'm still like, I think Texas is awesome. But it was like, we should definitely teach other shit too.
No, Texas history is more important than U.S. history.
That's not necessarily true.
That's 100% true. You just don't get it because you're not from here.
That might be it.
Why don't you go back to your state where they teach you about fucking peaches?
Why don't you go back where you came from, and if you want to take your kids, we'll lock them up and separate them from you too.
That is incorrect, though. Texas history and U.S. history are equally important.
Right. I mean, I get what you were saying.
Every state, like, this was something I saw, like a meme going around.
The whole thing is brainwashing kids.
Not every school doesn't have, or every state doesn't have to learn Texas history. They should.
Nah.
That's if you want to call that brainwashing, then yeah, it should be.
That would be.
Actually, I'll agree with him because it's brainwashing that every state does not teach Texas history.
I think it's brainwashing that you had to learn like a whole, like, Robert, did you have to spend time on graphing calculators?
Yeah, I did.
And
like
did you learn anything besides Phoenix and Block Boy?
Sine, cosine, how to like graph that bullshit?
Yep.
And how many times have you used it?
No, that's not bullshit though, because that's
really, because I've never ever used it.
Okay,
again.
but I know friends that did.
I have not.
No, okay, so that's
neither have I.
3 out of 3.
Neither have I.
But some people do.
But the part of high school.
How many people have needed to pay taxes that you've known since?
Oh
okay.
no, but part of high
Maybe
school is
that.
building the fucking building blocks to where when you go off to college and have to learn this other shit to go into real degrees. Like, smart people need this shit, and they need to learn how to do it early on. So when they get to college,
that's shit you got to learn at college.
I'll break it this way.
That's what college is.
When you went to college and you went to an English class. And you realize half the people in the fucking class couldn't write a goddamn paragraph, and you were so fucking pissed off having to deal with those dumbasses. Did you have to deal with that?
I mean, I wasn't great at English, but yeah.
But you read other people's shit, and you're like, how the fuck is this person in college? Because I had to deal with that bullshit, and I got pissed off that they weren't taught basic fucking grammar in English in high school. Now think of how the people that are in math classes, these smart motherfuckers, if they weren't taught the basics of math, and you had to hold back.
But it's a graphing calculator. You would never learn it if you weren't using a calculator.
No. English, you can hold people back.
So if you have a Texas Instruments calculator, you could do this problem. English, but if you didn't have a Texas Instruments calculator, you wouldn't have it. Like if you had a regular calculator, you're fucked.
English, you can hold people back. And fucking people can still just develop their own shit and writing styles in college, and that can so be it. You can't hold back math. Math is fucking math. If you don't know the basics of it, moving on to the next level, you're fucked. So I don't want NASA scientists to be fucking behind in 15 years because we weren't teaching the basics of math in high school.
I'm just saying, maybe teach some taxing and stuff. You know, like how to
that I'm down with.
You know, how to purchase a home. That's also a big one. Where it's like, oh, okay, this is what I have to do with the bank, and this is what I have to do with the bank. Yeah. That seems like logical things that human being has to do.
The whole parallelogram season meme that we're dealing with here.
Pretty much. Like, I'm just saying, like, this is kind of like what human beings do. And
we're
in high
so
school,
far off
you're
of
kind
the
of teaching
now.
people to be a human being. But yes, I do not think that the public schools brainwash children.
No, they don't. Because, like, they just kind of teach you. A lot of the shit they teach you is worthless.
They just choose.
But they're not brainwashing
But if you see, like, they're like, well, what are we going to be teaching our kids now? Now our kids are going to have to learn about 9/11. So, like, were they going to have to learn more shit? Or are they going to, what are we getting rid of that they're not going to learn? Are kids going to eventually quit learning about the Civil War? But you don't have it more school, you know?
Yeah, but you have a lot of downtime in school. There's time to learn some more shit.
I'm not saying they're doing it, though.
You better fucking learn about 9/11.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like, the kids that are in high school now were not alive for 9/11. You better fucking learn about that goddamn shit. See, that's what kills me is those kids are going to vote one day and they don't.
Where were you for 9/11? Go.
6th period PE. I had just hit a 3 from the top of the key to put my team up.
Nice.
Which was funny because I can't shoot for shit, but that's why I remember it so fucking distinctly. I hit the 3. Speakers came on, said we were fucking attacked.
Where were you, Bobby Jokes?
I have no idea.
God damn it, Bobby.
How old were you in 2001?
I was 6.
You motherfucker.
How old are you right now?
I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, I know, because we're the same age.
I know, but I'm saying, like, he was 6 years old. We were in 6th grade. Fuck you, Bobby.
I don't. I've been drinking. What's the difference on that? How old are you right now?
23.
23.
I was about to say 22,
so you're 4 years
so I was
younger
pretty
than us.
close.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. You're only 11 in the 6th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Bobby Jokes is like 7 years ahead of normal people.
In kindergarten, you're 5.
See,
in 6th grade, that's 6 years later.
It's weird for me, too, because I'm always a year younger than everybody in my grade.
I was usually a year older.
See, I was born in July.
I was born in February.
So if I was literally born a month later, I'd be a year behind. And grading.
Okay.
So that's what I'm like, oh, I'm 27. People, don't you mean 28? I'm like, no. I'm just fucking young as shit for my age.
Okay, so public schools are not brainwashing facilities for the government to get in your kid's head, but they could improve. That's what
private schools.
Private schools.
Private schools are most definitely.
Private schools, that's where the propaganda kicks in. That's where they're telling you to vote
private schools and home schools.
All I know is the private schools, they told you how to vote for Trump. That's what I heard.
I don't...
No, I just like being a Twitter guy.
I heard they told you to vote for Obama.
I was like arguing with somebody, and I had like sent like an Obama tweet before that, and then like I had sent like a fuck Trump tweet, and they were like, "But I don't understand your tweets," and I was like,
"I hate everyone, guys."
I was like, "You don't get it. I don't give a. I'm not on sides. I'm not on any side. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm just trying to piss off everybody.
My side is not yours."
The more people I piss off, the more retweets I get.
Dude, and like there's people like when Robert totally caught onto it when I did the one about Avengers, and I was like, it's not even realistic, blah blah blah, and I was talking about how like impossible that half of this shit was, and like, but it's a super. I was like, you don't understand. Impossible.
There you go.
But like it was superhero. I was like, yeah, guys, I get it. Like I don't need you to explain it.
But like the metaphysics of when he took the serum, it enhanced his muscle fibers.
But
bro, I'm trolling you.
Man, I'm saying dumb shit to hope that I get like 1,000 retweets on something. That's like 90% of what I'm trying to do right here, buddy.
I'm just trying to get retweets so I can produce my SoundCloud because I want y'all to hear my rap game.
Dude, but we need that. We need to go viral on something. So, by the way, this is my podcast at Past Your Pod. Let's check it out, bitch. And that's what we need. We just need to have a viral. If you guys have like a lead on any viral tweets that are not racist, send them to us.
See, that's the problem is every time I'm like, what would get retweeted 1,000 times?
Racist
my brain
things.
always goes, not racist things, but always goes to the worst thing I could say.
Well, but it's like racist or like race baiting things. Race baiting or racist things, because that's what does. Like,
oh, what would get 1,000 views? If I just
do like
I don't even want to say what my brain is thinking.
Do like what that other guy did that I was telling you about earlier. Like, would you rather see Trump behind bars or children?
Well, that's not a viral tweet.
That's
only viral because it was a fucking famous comedian who said it. The only reason it gets 30,000 retweets on that. If I fucking tweeted that, I'd get 2.
All right, here's one that'll go viral. Would you rather have cancer or not cancer?
No, see, that's
and then weird. Everybody I'd rather have not cancer. I know how that's going. But everybody votes for that one. I don't know.
Would you rather...
That was like the equivalent of
Would you rather burp or fart?
Burp.
See, I'd rather fart.
But you can burp in public and not be embarrassed.
See, I think farting is funnier.
Farting is funnier, but like you don't want to fart in front of certain people.
And that gets down to another question.
If you burped in front of the president, you would kind of laugh about it. If you farted in front of the president, you'd be a little embarrassed.
See, that's the question is how much shame do you have? Enough or not?
A little bit. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, we're at 2.5 hours.
Oh, that was a good one.
Hey.
So sorry, Daniel, we didn't really get to a great conclusion of your question, but like I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, we're gonna go with no. That's a definite answer. Answers at passthegravypod.com, at passthegravypod, hashtag answers. I'm at Alex J Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03, and then Pass the Gravy Podcast on Facebook. Hey, we need 2 more people to sign up for the alternates for our Big Brother pool. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to 100% be playing the game, but just fucking tweet us. Say, hey, I want to be an alternate.
You don't have to do anything.
You literally do nothing. Ideally, you watch the show. If not, then like you can still win 2 things.
Worst case scenario, nothing happens. Best case scenario, you win 2 free shirts.
Or a flag. Because you get 2 free items.
You literally don't ever have to talk to us again until you win, if that happens.
And then you get to do an answer segment. You get to do an answer segment with it. That's an extra caveat.
Well, I'm gonna make fake names and triple my chances of getting shirts.
Maybe do that. No, don't do that, guys.
No, that's
do
not cool.
But so hey, what you need to do on your way home is listen to the new Beyonce and Jay-Z album and hear Halo's remix.
Probably not gonna happen.
No, you're not gonna do that. All right. Well, at Pass the Gravy Pod, I'm at Alex J Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Review us 5 stars on the iTunes. Roast us and just be cool. Whatever. Anybody else got anything?
Fucking roast us. Stop not roasting us.
Let's do this, guys. Until next week, pass the gravy, bitches.
Well, baby, they tumbling down, and they ain't even put up a fight.